Good morning, Tradeify Nation, and welcome to another edition of Tradeify TV. It is Monday, July 21st, 2025. It is 60 minutes to the New York Open, which means it's time for us to help get you ready for your trading day. Now, before we kick it around to my fellow hosts, just two quick announcements. First of all, yes, the website is currently under maintenance. They are currently in the process of switching over to Tradeify 2.0. As somebody who's seen the site in some previews, guys, once it's all up and running, it's going to be fantastic, and it's got a whole bunch of new features and a lot of things coming your way, and it makes it a lot easier on the support team to get stuff done as well. It is going to be a huge upgrade to what was currently there, but with a lot of upgrades, we've got a little as somebody who lives in the Midwest and especially lived near Chicago, I can tell you, to have a decent freeway, you've got to have construction a lot. So we're building out a lot of things on the website. So guys, we are not the support team. We're just here to provide you some nice little education, some entertainment. So we can't help you with that. Also, another announcement, Background Nick, first of all, newly engaged Background Nick, congrats to him, is back today. He's going to be catching up on giveaways over the next 48 hours. So if you won something last week, expect either today or tomorrow an email. Make sure you check your junk or spam. We've had a few people that have reached out saying they didn't get it, and it was there. So, okay. Deep breath, everybody. It's Monday, and we are ready to go. So let me kick it around the horn to Mr. White Tea himself, Swiss Nick. Good morning, Nick.
Good morning, Matt. Good morning, Miriam. I'm excited. This week, hopefully, is going to be way better than the London session this morning. This was, I don't know what. It was definitely trash, but I'll rant about it later. But good morning, Tradeify TV. Excited to have you here. Excited for this show. And of course, as usual, let's kick it off with our one and only, running on 2 hours of sleep, Machamami Curly Trader.
Good morning, guys. Good morning, Tradeify Nation. I hope you are all doing well this fine Monday morning or evening, depending on where you're at. But yes, we are super excited for a brand new week, a fresh new week. It's going to be great. We have obviously guests, we got giveaways, we got all sorts of new things coming out your way. So make sure that you are tuned in. First of all, make sure that you are subscribed, that you like this channel, and you share it with a friend so that we can provide more value to you guys. We're super excited. We have so much going on this week. I mean, yes, I will say I am running on some a couple hours of sleep tonight. I went to the Backstreet Boys concert last night, which was awesome. It was amazing. It definitely pulled at my younger self would have been excited. How's
your voice this morning? Were you singing along to everything?
No, but my left ear is definitely ringing. A girl next to me was she could not hold herself back. So I can't really hear. I'm partially deaf from my left ear, but we're here. We're excited.
The girl next to you was going crazy. Okay, all right. Yes.
Yeah. Well, it was a great venue, but you know what? We're here and we're ready to go. So let's get into it. Guys. Let's go straight to the charts here. Let's pull up my charts if you don't mind, Drew, and let's walk through it. All right. So we're going to get into it, Nick, with the London session, but I can already see here that, this has not been the most high volume move here. So we made new highs last week, guys. We made new highs on Friday. Definitely something to have on our charts here. And, we can see here, this is the 30-minute chart here of the NASDAQ. Let me just go to the 1 hour here so you guys can really see. I was having a little bit of a hard time finding levels this morning, not going to lie with you guys, on ES and both NASDAQ, but we're really just sitting in this range now. I mean, like I said, we made new all-time highs on Friday. You can see here on the NASDAQ, this 23,320 area. And now we're just sitting at this 280 level, right? So we have a demand zone sitting here at between 270 all the way down to 262, just a 10-point demand zone here. We also have this trend line and we're holding above VWAP. So right now, what I would expect bulls to do, and bulls have been strong, bulls have been really strong, really holding up. Every single dip has been bought. So that's something to consider for an upside, right? We're wanting to see bulls really continue to push through and hold these lows, right? So right now, these levels are going to be this 262 level that I'm looking for us to hold, right? We want to hold 262. That would put us still above VWAP. That would put us above this trend line, and then possibly continue up and clear these highs here. So of course, key levels as usual are going to be every 100 point on the NASDAQ is absolutely a key level in terms of psychologically, but also just, in general, we tend to see some reactions at those areas. So you can see here, this 300 area had, a reaction here. You're looking at pre-market high as well. And so we want to see if we can have and find acceptance above this 300 level and potentially make new all-time highs today. We're not too far from the current highs right now, right? We're only about 50 points or so. So the expectation for bulls is to continue higher to the upside. Let's look at ES here real quick, because ES right now is sitting a little bit closer to its all-time highs. All-time highs on ES are 63.57, and now we're looking at about 348. So we're about 10 points away from all-time highs at the moment. And same kind of situation with ES. We have a 4-hour demand zone sitting here at this 63.42 level, all the way down to the 63.38. Like a little small zone here, but again, same sort of deal, right? I would be looking for bulls to hold VWAP, hold the trend line, and hold this demand zone for more continuation, right? We might even come back down, maybe make a little wick into this area, and then push up. What I wouldn't want to see, of course, and this applies for NASDAQ too, is bulls kind of failing this area, right? I don't want to see them get below previous day low. Previous day low is sitting on ES about 63.23, and then on the NASDAQ, it's sitting about 23.168. Okay, so those are going to be the areas that we want to monitor for a range, right? So if we get down into these areas, right, we want to be a little bit cautious of possible continuation, right? So if we get down to this NASDAQ level, 23,172, call it like 170, okay? Just to be clean here. If we get down here, we have room to this 1-hour demand zone sitting at this 23,000 area. This is gonna be an area that we have talked about several times. Key area, 23,000, clean psychological number that we want to see hold. And you can see here, every time we've made prior attempts at clearing these levels, and in terms of a reaction, this is going to be an area that I look for us to monitor, not just for today but for this week as well. So those are going to be the levels to the downside on NASDAQ. Levels to the downside on ES, again, the 63.23 area. Monitor that for any sort of reaction if we do get down there, of course. But that's when I start to really look bearish if we get down there today, right? So if we start breaking these levels, I mean, we have 63.15, excuse me, and then 63.08 to about 63.10, and then we have this 3-hour level here at call it like 6,300, right? 62.97 to 6,300 is going to be a level that I look for a possible reaction. You could see here on Thursday last week, we did try to get into those zones, but we couldn't quite get there, and we had a nice rip up and made new all-time highs. So those are going to be the levels that I really monitor for the downside and the upside. Again, if we break all-time highs, guys, we're in no man's land again, right? This is kind of where it gets tricky to trade, because we're not too far from these all-time highs. So that's kind of where I rely on book maps for giving me levels, and right now those levels on ES are going to be sitting at all-time highs, and same thing with the NASDAQ. There's going to be sellers sitting at those areas, so just be mindful. I mean, we have a lot of sellers at that 23,315 area on the NASDAQ, again, not too far from all-time highs. Right now we are holding support at this 23.6. Well, now we're trying to break it, but 23.265 area has some strong buyers, and then 23.240 on book maps to the downside has some buyers as well. So just some key areas here to look at for today. Again, it's Monday, so just always be mindful of Mondays. Statistically, we've been told that Mondays are a little bit trickier days for traders, especially intraday traders. So just be mindful of your position sizing. How you want to start the week off is always going to be kind of setting the tone for how you do for the rest of the week. So Nick, why don't you walk us through your trades for the London session? I hear it was not the best, so let's look at that.
Yeah, first of all, great analysis, Miriam. You went into so much detail. There's actually not much to cover for me anymore. I do have some key levels that I want to mention from my end, but the London session, like honestly, was the worst London session for the entire year so far. So usually when I measure the volume for a session, I do that based on the 5-minute candles. And just to put this into perspective, like today, the 15-minute candles had the volume that my usual 5-minute candles have. So it was literally awful. I had no follow through on any moves. I took 2 trades, like very small trades, one 10-point loss and one 10-point gain. Fortunately, the win was with 2 minis and the loss was with 1 mini. So I still ended up green, $200 up. But it's not even worth mentioning. You see it here. Like when we go from the low of the London session to the high of the London session, we were in a 32-point range. But it wasn't even a range. It wasn't even range tradable because we had a little bit of a breakout, pull back straight away, a little bit of a breakout, pull back straight away, and then the exact same thing to the downside. So that London session, just yikes, okay? I'm just not going to dive any further into that. But for today's levels, what I'm looking at, we have the London high and the Asia high at pretty much the exact same level. They're 3.5 points apart. We have the London high, the London low, sorry, that is a little mistake here on my chart. The London low is obviously currently the price, basically. It moves, and that's what I always do with marking out London highs and London lows. Like as long as we're in the session, I'm just going to move it with that until the US opens. We have the Asia low sitting at 23,237.25, and that's certainly an important level because it's also pretty much right at weekly open / daily open. Then another level that I look at that is very important to me is the previous day mid on NQ, sitting at 23,245. And then to the upside, obviously the all-time high. And as Miriam already said, pretty much after that, we have no man's land. I have 2 trend lines on my chart currently, the yellow ones. One is broken, right? That was when I took a short, but that was on funded accounts, not on my live account, so it's not updated in the P&L here. Same thing here, I took it for 10 points, so nothing special. And I do have this little downtrend line that started at 10 past 6 a.m. EST, and that is still holding for now. So I could see that if we break this to the upside, that we could technically get a follow through. So something like that, and then to the all-time highs. I don't have a strong bias, neither bullish or bearish for today yet. I'm pretty sure once the US session opens, the New York opens, I'm gonna feel it more clearly. I'm gonna see it more clearly. And speaking of which, Drew, can we, or Nick now? Nick is back. I don't have to talk to Drew anymore. Nick, can we get a poll, this week's animal poll for bullish, bearish, or whatever animal you can come up with? And yeah, let's kick it over to Matt for oil and gold.
Yeah, guys. So apologies. My Sierra is not working great this morning. So I must have accidentally changed one character somewhere and crashed the whole damn platform. So I'm working off a little delayed data this morning on the 1 hour here on TradingView. But gold is breaking out. Gold is breaking out towards new all-time highs. Somebody in the chat already, excuse me, brought up 3,400 on deck. Might see that today, especially if the indexes break lower heading into the open. CL, same thing. We're right back down here at about 66. I actually look for, if we want to break down below 65.50, for a move all the way back down towards 64.50, maybe even 64. We just seem to not be able to sustain a whole lot of bullish momentum in oil, which, I mean, in theory, for those of us at the gas pumps, will be helpful. But guys, yeah, looking for a little bit of a breakdown there. Again, my apologies. I don't have all the data and lines that I usually have up here. As far as the Russell goes, guys, the Russell is looking for a move back towards the 2270 level, 2272. Again, Russell, a little bit of a barometer of appetite for risk in the market. So we're going to watch that as we go forward. All right, so guys, I am actually feeling, believe it or not, a little bit bearish for today. I think we got some room, maybe down to 23,200 if we accelerate here in the NQ. But we'll see, guys. We still have a long way towards the open. So anyway, how was everybody's weekend, both on stream and in the chat? Everybody ready to go as much as they can? Obviously, I know we got a few things we're working through this morning. But other than that, guys, we are hopefully feeling pretty good for a Monday. So, guys, we've got what is going to become sort of our normal slate of guests. this week. So we've got, what do we got? Joey Morgan tomorrow, Amos on Wednesday, and Tyler Trades on Thursday. We're working out time to see if we can get T-Trades back on this coming Friday. He's already testing the Wi-Fi at the area he's going to be staying at there. So hopefully we have a big full week, guys. So really looking forward to being with you, and really looking forward to another week of Tradeify TV. Guys, we are adding subscribers by the hundreds almost every single day, and I want to thank you guys for being a part of that. But man, I will tell you this, Miriam, I know you're running on just a couple hours of sleep, and probably I'm not buying you weren't singing along, so don't.
Oh, I for sure was.
Okay, but anyway, it's interesting. I'm the guy who, hey, Monday sucked up until about like 6-7 years ago when we started making some consistent money. Now I'm excited. I'm ready for Mondays. I don't know what that says about me. It may speak to some larger mental health issues, but we can get to those at another point.
Yeah, you're a junkie, Matt. That's what's
I am.
happening.
I'm a trading nerd. It's not always I'm not a trade junkie. Like, I don't have to trade. I mean, you guys sit here sometimes watch me take, 1 or no trades over the course of the show, but as far as being at least absorbing what's going on, and you guys see how excited I get even if I'm not in a trade when things really move. Yeah, I'm a market nerd. I own it. Own your baggage.
Guys, I wanted to let you know really quick. We are giving away Lightning funded accounts today. As you probably know, with the site rebranding, we've also rebranded the straight to funded account to Lightning funded accounts. And we're giving away multiple of each option of the Lightning funded accounts today. So it's going to be an exciting stream. Make sure to stick around. And actually, let me set the like target for the first giveaway, where we're going to give away 3 25K Lightning funded accounts. We're sitting at 142 likes currently, 450 people. So let's get the stream to 300 likes. Okay. Smash the like button really quick, and once we have that, we're gonna pick with the randomizer 3 winners for a 25K Lightning funded account each. All right. So hit the like button right now if you haven't already. What did you want to say?
You got on your treadmill again.
Yeah, I did. It's actually funny. I did a marathon on Saturday, and the only muscle group that is sore right now is my neck. And I'm like, what the fuck? So yeah,
you just don't even feel your legs at this point.
No, I mean, I felt them a little bit, but what really hurts is just the neck and shoulders. And I'm like, yeah, wait, what? How did that go? I didn't do it in a handstand.
Well,
I can't even do a handstand.
I think when you run a marathon, everything just hurts.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Well, congrats on running a marathon. Was it an actual official marathon or just for fun?
No, it was one with my best friend. Basically, he does 26 marathons in 26 days in all 26 states of Switzerland, and he always lets people know where the next one starts and where it ends. And then I just joined one of them. He's a monster. He's a beast.
Wow, I remember you talking about this guy. Yeah.
Yeah, he always comes into the chat when he's done with his daily marathon and goes hey, when is the collab with iShow Speed happening?
Oh my gosh. He's like, I just crushed everyone just by what I did today, let alone that's amazing though. That's props to you and him. I mean, that's not easy. I definitely wouldn't just run a marathon just for fun, but
no, I mean 26 in 26 days is insane, honestly.
Yeah, that's wild. Well, props to you for also just getting on a treadmill right now. I mean, I know you get your steps in, so
gotta get those in.
One of us is winning. One of us is at least winning today.
And again, just hoping none of our viewers have any motion sickness involved in that.
Yeah, I'll once I'm at 12K steps, I'll be done with walking, and you can enjoy me sitting down. So
I think you might want to rephrase that, but
well, now that you say it, Matt, let's just skip this part.
Oh man. Yeah, Matt, I mean, going back to the charts here, you said you were bearish on the day, and here's the thing. I mean, at some point, right, we're going to have to have some sort of retracement, right? It doesn't have to be today, it doesn't have to be tomorrow, but at some point, I think, we find some exhaustion. And I know we kind of had said that during the bull run of 2020. was it 2021 or 2022, whatever bull run we had, and everyone was like, we got to see a pullback, and it feels like we're kind of due for one. I mean, right here, even on ES, right? Like when I'm looking at ES here from a technical aspect, we do almost look like, we're in for some sort of potential double top here, which, you can see as a double top is a bearish pattern. And you can see here on the 1 hour that we kind of look like we might try to be putting one in which case, if we have a double top here, we have room all the way down to these 300s. And, if we get that sort of move, that's going to be a nice move to the downside. But yeah, I mean, a lot of confluences here kind of supporting a move to the downside. But that's the thing, you gotta also be careful, because both have been aggressive with these sort of dips that have been bought. Right now, we are kind of breaking this trend line here on the NASDAQ. This 260 level that I kind of mentioned in just not too long ago actually is breaking here. So I think next level down is we got to look at this 250 area to hold. And this area has been, you can see here, we tried to push up. This was on last Thursday. We found some resistance, but then now, it held support. We broke through it. You can see here resistance, broke through it, support, and now we would expect it to hold as support here. So if we can hold this 240, call it like 250 zone, and then come back to the upside. But right now we are getting some big orders coming into the downside here on NASDAQ. So this could be an area that we look at into the open, but also one of those days where, I don't know about you guys, this is definitely going to be one of those wait for the first 15 minutes to develop and then look for a trade, because we're kind of sitting at these interesting levels right now.
Yeah, I'd like to see volatility picking up a little bit before the open as well. I was not optimistic this was going to be any kind of a trading day until, well, I'm still not, I guess, say overly optimistic, because our 5-minute ATR just eclipsed 7. But we'll see. The longer this run down goes, the better set up we are, either for a continuation or a bounce into the open. But we still have 35 minutes, so we'll just keep gearing up. But yeah, it's a Monday, guys. I know I forget. Was it Trading Coach Tank? Is his handle on Instagram, and Tank posted a little video about trading on Mondays and how statistically Mondays are a lot of traders' worst days. Actually, for me, despite the last couple of weeks of hitting nice trades on a Friday, traditionally in my career, Fridays are my worst trading days, both as a swing trader and as a day trader. Yeah, maybe it's just eagerness to be done for the week. Although, again, as I've said, when you're pretty good at this, you don't mind sitting down to work on Monday. But yeah, it's I guess that maybe that's something that could be changing a little bit as I continue to trade some more. Is there any particular day of the week for you guys that you struggle on?
Mondays for sure.
Especially after 2 hours of sleep, screaming your head off last night, huh?
yeah, exactly. No,
well, okay.
I think
Serious question though: was your husband singing along?
he didn't go.
He didn't go.
No, he didn't go. There was a little bit of an issue with the tickets when we got here, but it was me and my sister and my sister's friends. So just us, the girlies. The girlies just went.
Would he have sung along?
Yeah, probably.
Right.
like didn't want to show it, but he would be jamming. He'd be jamming.
He'd be like singing and like looking at you to make sure you're not looking at him, right? And
you could tell which ones, like, the significant others that came together, like you could tell which ones just came to enjoy it and which ones like the girlfriends actually forced them to go because they were also dressed up.
Yeah.
So that was it was, everyone was wearing white. It was like Millennium White was the theme. So definitely a fun concert. But yeah, it definitely Mondays for me. Mondays, and I would say Fridays to an extent, but Mondays for the most part are trickier days for me to trade. And I think, again, it's just like going into the week, all the traders are just super excited. You had like basically a couple days off of the charts, and everyone's just eager and itching to get onto the charts and make money. So more mistakes are usually made, less patience when it comes to entries. those sort of like little rookie mistakes are made typically on Mondays. So yeah, I mean, it's I mean, even right now I'm looking at the charts, we're really getting this move down. We got a nice 20-point pullback on the Nasdaq, nice break of the trend line as well. ES also breaking this trend line. We are sitting below VWAP on both futures now. ES is at a demand zone at the moment. Nasdaq is not. So we are still at this like I would call it like 240 to 250 area, still getting the selling pressure. I don't know if there's any sort of news that's popping off in the news right now, but we're getting some nice volume to the downside here in the pre-market. So it'll be quite an interesting open.
Yeah, I'm not
There's
seeing anything
finally
on the news feed, but again, when there's no movement, little to no movement, even small movement looks like a big move. So
Yeah.
you know,
yeah, but finally some volume is coming in here. Like I was waiting for this the entire morning. We are approaching Asia low here on NQ, so that's certainly an area to be careful of. And also we did reach the 300 likes on the stream, so let's do a quick flash giveaway for everybody who's here up and early to get rewarded. So as usual, guys, the rule to participate in this giveaway is you have to like the stream, you have to subscribe to the channel, and once I drop the keyword, you only type it once. Okay, if you type it more than once, you are going to get disqualified, and we do not want that for you. Now this giveaway is going to be for 3 Lightning funded accounts in the size of 25k. So we're already starting off pretty good here, and we have all the other Lightning funded accounts and giveaways later on today as well. Now the keyword for this one is going to be, you guessed it, Lightning. So good luck, everybody. Let's see the chat. How long is the delay today? Okay.
there it is.
There it is. Luck, everybody.
Also, shout out to 16,500 subscribers on the stream as well. We're really moving. I felt like we were just celebrating our 15,000 subscriber marker.
We're just celebrating 14,000.
Yeah, not too long ago. We're really going here, guys. We're
Fastest
really
growing
grateful.
stream in the prop space, guys.
We're excited for that. Thank you to every single one of you guys who have subscribed and supported us, especially the day oneers. The day oneers, we see you guys in here every single day. So appreciate you guys.
The market outlook poll, I want to go over that really quick. For today, chat is saying 40% bullish, 31%, actually 30% now bearish, and 30% froggish. Okay. So it's probably going to jump up and down, aka barcode.
Possibly, yeah.
Yeah, we are rejecting the Asia low here on NQ, bouncing off of that.
And trying to hold this demand zone on ES. So
yeah, kind of like same at both at the same time.
yeah. Do you look for these, Nick, when you're trading the New York session? How prevalent are these pre-market session or pre-market levels for you in the New York session?
I mean, I observe them as kind of like to just keep some perspective, because let's say this drop that we're having right now on NQ, like this is something where in my earlier days, I would have jumped in immediately and just be like, oh, market is dropping, let me short this. And usually I would have waited and told myself, okay, I'm a bit patient, but then by the third 5-minute candle, I would have just jumped in. And then usually that was the area, and I didn't realize it at the time, where it was at either a London session low or an Asia session low, right? And then immediately it reverses on you and you're getting wrecked. So I do this and mark out these levels to keep perspective on where we actually are and if it could be a potential fake out. Because so many times we just do liquidity grabs on Asia lows or London lows or Asia highs or London highs, and then reverse and do the exact opposite of what I was expecting in that moment. So yeah, it makes me, just keep my perspective on the market and where we actually are and not falling into emotional trading traps. That's how I use them.
Nice. Yeah. There are definitely areas that I use for sure. I don't know if you use the map, but yeah, it's they tend to have some sort of reactions at these areas in the pre-market. Now, That being said, I mean, we might just blast through these levels in the pre-market here. So it's not looking like we're really holding any sort of pullback here. About 30 points on the NASDAQ so far since we broke that trend line. So it's going to be an interesting open, but definitely one of those days you got to be a little extra patient and see. But I will say, I mean, previous day low, Friday's low is sitting at this 170 area. That's going to be an area that I observe very, very tightly here on the NASDAQ. ES, again, that 63.23 area is going to be key for me. So we'll see. And of course, you guys know as well, I used to be an options trader, so I do look at where the SPX will be opening. And in this case, we might open flat, considering where we're kind of sitting. We kind of took out like this whole pre-market move on ES, so we might be sitting flat on SPX in the open here. But let's see. We're just gonna be patient. We're gonna be patient in the open.
Yep. Drew, whenever you're ready, feel free to pull up the randomizer and let's check how many entries we have. We're currently sitting at 360 entries. Yeah, that's good. So let's go one by one. Let's pick our first 25K Lightning funded account winner. That goes to Umay Khan, or Khan, I don't know. So drop a comment in the chat really quick, Umay, so that we see you're there. And everybody else who's still typing Lightning, you can stop. It doesn't do anything anymore. Umay, drop a comment in the chat, please, so we see you're there. And also add your email address to your YouTube channel description. Okay, why does everybody say hello? Why?
Why not? They're friendly.
Yeah.
I get that. But
Hey, get off their ass. They're just being friendly.
I'm not on their ass. I'm just talking about me. If I would
Why
win
are
an
you
account,
saying hello?
I would be like, let's fucking go. Let's go.
How dare you?
Love it. All right, don't drop your email address in the chat here, Umay. Drop your email address in your YouTube channel description so we can reach out to you.
And again, a reminder, Background Nick's going to be catching up on the next day or two on all the giveaways from last week. So if you won something last week, it's coming your way. We just need your Background Nick it took him actually the entire weekend to get out of his tight pants. And so now he's back ready to give away all the winners from last week.
All right, let's re-roll and get the next winner here. Oh shit, we got an OG 6.
Oh,
the Tradeify TV OG 6. You won a 25K.
Please
Lightning
say hello in the chat.
Yeah, say hello. Okay, you can say hello now.
There he is.
Yeah, so let's fucking go.
All right, Sigs, this is the one we need to take the payout.
Yep. There we go.
I'm happy for you. The pressure's on now, brother. You got this.
Nice.
Oh man, nice, awesome. All right, and then for the third winner of a 25K Lightning funded account, we got, drum roll, Keith. Keith, congratulations. You also won 25K Lightning funded account. I almost said straight to funded, but it's now Lightning funded. Congratulations.
Yeah, you got one more and then you're fired again.
Oh man, Lightning fired.
Oh man.
All right, congratulations, everybody. Keith has not dropped a comment yet. Keith, please drop a comment. We need the comment. Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. You're on a time limit.
Hey, there he is. All right, congratulations. Also, everybody who won, just now make sure that you add your email addresses to your YouTube channel description so we can reach out to you. But now, back to the charts. Miriam, what are you seeing?
Yeah, we're really moving here on the NASDAQ. Right now, I see some buyers sitting at this 23,225 area. Matt, I'm sure you probably see this too, but we have this level here. But if we break this 225, guys, I don't see what's stopping us from getting to the 200s. We do have prior all-time highs sitting at this 222 area that we could possibly find a reaction on. But again, there's really, like, at this point, I mean, if we still just continue to get the flush through, we could be seeing the 200s really, really soon. I mean, we're still like more than 20 minutes away from the opening session here. Again, yesterday or previous day, Friday's low are going to be coming into play here as well. So I don't really see, yeah, we definitely have some buyers sitting at that 23,200 that could potentially step in even more once we start getting closer to that area. But 222, which is literally where we're kind of hovering on right now. We got down to like this 225 area, but 222 is going to be, again, this level that we need to hold. Why? Because it's previous all-time highs as well. So let's see if we can get the hold here. ES still in this demand zone. Not the strongest demand zone, honestly. This one was, I know it's a 4-hour, but let me just go to the 4-hour and show you guys where I got this. This is a different sort of formation that I look for in terms of demand zones. They're not always the strongest types of formations. And what I look for here is a basing candle followed by a nice move, a push up in this case. So right now, this is kind of a different formation that I'd be looking at, just because we have kind of what's called like a chair formation, right? We have a move up, some consolidation, and then a move up again. So again, this level right here is going to be where I look for us to hold. And on the 4-hour, we are kind of holding this 21 EMA or this 9 EMA here. So let's see. I mean, ES again, it's going to be this 338. Call it like even down to 335. I mean, 335. I believe was previous all-time high as well, sitting at 335 to 333 area. So those are going to be significant levels that we look for rather to hold than continuation here. But nice break of this trend line here on the NASDAQ, break of VWAP as well. So let's see if we can make the move back up here in the opening bell.
Let's do it.
Do it now.
Do it now. Back to VWAP.
That was actually a nice break too. I mean, I like when I see NASDAQ and ES more in sync with each other. That's
Finally.
I mentioned. Yeah, I mentioned that a lot. Like, it gets really hard to trade either or, right? When you're looking for a move, whether it's to the downside or the upside, right? If one of these indices are lagging, it makes it very difficult to catch a move unless you are on, the correct one. And by that, I mean, if you are, looking to go short on ES and ES is the weaker one, then it typically seems to play out. But it does get a little bit choppy, if you are looking for like bigger moves. So that's something that I'm going to be mindful of in terms of looking at the movements today. How well are ES and the NASDAQ in sync with each other?
Yeah, I mean, it should finally be better based on how it looks now. Basically the last 2 months, I mean, so often you and I were going back and forth on like how they're not in sync. It's crazy.
Yeah. So. It's been frustrating. I mean, last week was a really tough week. I know for me, for sure, but I know even a few traders have had some, it was just a hard week to trade. We had a lot going on last week with data and, a lot more fake outs. I mean, the setups, it's crazy because when you look at the setups were there. It was just more of what I noticed last week was more of like the wrong timing sort of setups, right? Like you have the right idea, the setup is presenting itself, it's just not the right time. And so you would see it play out later on in the day. But those can be frustrating, right? Especially when you have like the right idea, the right setup, it's just the wrong timing. And that's going to happen. That's going to happen in trading. And that's why, you want to be in a position to where if the setup didn't work the first time, but you still like it for the second time and it does end up playing out, you want to be able to have the capital in order to execute on that trade and not get cooked on the first one. So that was something that, last week was a little bit difficult for me, at least, to trade. But yeah, we'll see what we get. I mean, I'm kind of liking so far what we're seeing. What sort of levels, Nick, would you be looking at? I know you and I kind of trade similarly, and I know Matt, you were kind of mentioning this 200 level, which we're not too far from.
Well, I think if we get through this liquidity that's built up between 220 and 225, we're going to make 200 pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Time will tell if we have the orders to get through there, but that's where the bulls are going to fight. They're stacking up there. So, and when they tip their hand this early, that's again them saying we're not letting it get much past here. But if they get it through there, we could see a pretty red open.
Yeah. What are you looking at, Nick?
Right now, I'm looking at the chat. But when I pull up the charts here, I mean, we did break the Asia low. We did tap below the daily open on NQ, right? So there is room for more downside, but I'm very, very careful around this level, especially now that we're 18 minutes out or 17 minutes out from the New York Open. Until then, I'm definitely not jumping into any trades. But the next significant level, I mean, what I could see for potential move is either up back to this trend line, which would pretty much align with the 9 EMA on the 5-minute, Miriam, which I know you like, and I do too, thanks to you. And then we could reject that and go for more downside, or we could just basically get a follow through on the move to the downside. I don't see how we're bouncing and coming back up, but I'm saying this in the beginning of every stream. Like, I'm not here to predict. I'm here to react to what the market does. So tell me I was wrong if we go to the upside. That's okay. I'm just going to react to that and adjust my trades, my strategy for today. But I do expect this to hold, honestly. But let's see.
Yeah, and also that's an important point, because I think people, we all have, as day traders, we really don't give a shit where the market's going to be tomorrow or Wednesday or Friday or whatever. None of that, as we sit here before the New York Open on Monday, it doesn't matter, right? Nor should you. I know there's people that say, well, you don't really go into the day with a bias, you just sort of react to, and there's some truth to that. But I've always felt my best trades are when we have a clear thesis for the day, right? Now that can be revised on a 30 by 60 minute basis, not on a 1 to 3 minute basis, but a general sort of, okay, we're heading towards all-time highs. We're going to pull off the highs. We're going to break through the high, whatever. Right. And then being able to see that following through on the chart. And it's one of the reasons, guys, and I know it's a little rougher for some of our West Coast traders, but I always recommend being at your computer. If you're only trading the New York session, to be at your computer about an hour before and watching the price action. Even if you're like me, don't typically trade. I think I've only put 2 trades on this stream prior to the New York Open, but at least seeing the price action, right? We're seeing the sellers very much in control as we move towards the Open. So it's again, if we clear this liquidity, that get below 220, we're probably getting 200 on deck pretty quickly, right? Now, as we move into the Open, if we bounce, I would expect probably a bounce at that 200 level if we're holding above it leading into the Open. But again, we could crack right through there and go down another 50 points. Yes, that means my thesis or my particular bias in that moment was wrong. But as long as I didn't make a trade on it, there's nothing wrong with that, guys. You're going to be wrong so much on the markets, right? To have a 5 to 15 minute thesis that you start to build off of your hourly and 4-hour thesis and using your multiple time frames, that's all fine and good, but there's no problem with being wrong in this market. It's just when you throw money after being wrong again and again and again, right? Again, we're in the environment we're in, especially kind of that social media has really promulgated over the last few years. It's more important to be right than get it right. Right. And so when trading, it's more, a lot of people think it's more important to understand your bias, your bias, rather than execute the trade off of that. And it doesn't matter, right? If your bias is wrong, you just don't take the trade. So I just want to, because I know people have talked about that, and I've seen, there's some frustration because, well, I usually can't predict where the market's going to be 30 minutes. That's great. You don't have to. You only need to be able to have some sort of bias built on your system with an edge of where the markets are going to be 5 minutes from now or 10 minutes from there. Beyond there, we don't care. If there's a big movement going on and we're not in it, we don't. Again, better to wish you were in a trade than out of a trade, but we just sit there and process the move. We don't react emotionally to it. We don't sit there and get too pissed off we weren't in it. If it didn't fit your setup and you're not in it, you shouldn't be in it, even if it's a trade that would have gone in your direction. So again, guys, don't, every time we make some, predictions or prognostications, almost every single time, at least part of it's going to be wrong. It's when we're right and when we're able to execute the trade when we're right and size appropriately when we're right. That's how we make money.
We're getting some buying here now after a little bit of consolidation at around the daily open level on NQ and the previous 4-hour low on ES. So let's see where this takes us. But again, guys, I'm just going to repeat myself on this, but it's so important. 50 minutes before the New York Open is usually when consolidation happens, and I do not like to be in a trade unless I've been in for quite a while now. If I would have shorted this at like, let's say the 280s or 300s, then yes, I would potentially still be in this, right? But if I would enter it right now, that would not be a smart move for me, at least for my strategy.
Yeah. It gets tricky. It gets tricky when you're looking at the pre-market. I mean, this does look like we are trying to hold these 220s on NQ. ES still kind of right in the middle of that demand zone and holding now. But again, it's going to be this 9 EMA that we got to clear here at this 343 level. So anything, I think anything back up above VWAP on ES or NQ is gonna set the tone for where we go for the rest of the day. And the thing is that we have been seeing a lot of this manipulation happening too, in terms of we either get a big move at the open and then a complete reversal of that. So that is something to also be mindful of, not trying to just jump in on that quick move or that first move that everyone sees, because a lot of times you're going to get caught in chasing, right? And chasing that movement. And so unless, it fits your plan, unless there are certain levels that are being respected, you do want to be mindful that the first move usually is, some sort of manipulative move, and then we get a reversal of it. And that's just something I've been observing and we've been seeing it happening in the market. So unless you're in a trade, don't try to force one in. And that's why we like to wait for the first 15 minutes to develop and kind of see where price is going to go from there.
Absolutely. So guys, if it's your first time watching Tradeify TV, we would love for you to let us know that in the chat. Just say first time, or say, give us a wave, or as much as it will irritate Nick, just say hello.
You really didn't like that, Matt, huh?
You didn't like it.
You were like really upset about that. I was like,
I'm
I'm starting to wonder, like, did who hurt you?
I'm just thinking about these people. If they would play the lottery and they win like a $500 million jackpot, and then they must give them their ticket. Let's just send a postcard that says hello.
Hello.
When money.
Yeah.
When money, please.
Man.
All right, so we found a little support down here right before that liquidity at the sort of the 222 to 225 level. So the next level we need to get up is 245 as we push through the plus or minus one standard deviation. Not a ton of liquidity on the board overhead. That liquidity down there at 220, 250 is still hanging out. So outside of that, let's see what happens, guys.
Dude, gold is mooning right now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I don't have I'll check my Sierra after the open, but it was.
If we go to my chart, really quick, Drew, I put up an overview over NQ, ES, gold, and oil, and gold is really going. It's looks nice, very nice.
Very nice. Have you traded gold before, Nick?
Well, I have, but only like 2 or 3 times. Didn't like it personally back then. For me, I mean, right now, currently, I only trade NASDAQ. But since Coach Tank told me I should look into 2 or 3 more assets, I actually started building out this overview here. So I, at least when I start my trading day, look at them now, and I, start to get an overview over everything instead of just NQ. So I am adjusting right now, but not currently trading it.
Okay, nice. Yeah, I haven't been trading those, but I have been looking at other options for potential swings. So yeah, just try, expanding horizons. But I think it's always nice to stick to one thing and look at how it moves and be comfortable with that. You start to kind of develop like an intuition for certain ones. So it's not always a bad thing to stick to one thing and get good at it.
So, Miriam, we see the window behind you there. So I'm curious how many. You don't have to look right now, but like how many people were just getting back to their hotel as you got up to do the show this morning?
Yeah, actually, yeah, Vegas is definitely a place where it's not uncommon to see people stay up through through this time, actually, through even like 8 a.m. or 9 a.m. the next morning. So, and they do what they can to make sure that you're going to stay up. I mean, there's tactics behind this. So yeah, it's just now getting light out. as we're going into the New York session here. But I wouldn't be surprised to see that some people are stumbling back.
You can see the strip out that window. There's probably at least 3 people passed out like right now if you look out there.
In my backyard.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh man.
The last time I was in Vegas, I was too young to go into a casino.
You were too young.
Yeah, I have to come
if
back.
If you shaved your beard, you'd still look too young.
Well, that is true. Then I would look like a little degen.
No, you need tight pants for that.
Yeah, there's no way Lil Degen is not getting carded every time he orders a drink.
The kids' place, you can go to Excalibur or Circus for that.
Yeah, I actually last time I was in Vegas, I stayed at the Excalibur, so I was sick.
That's awesome. Oh man. All right. Well, we are getting a hold here. A nice little bounce on both futures. The same area that we talked about in the pre-market. We gotta find acceptance above now.
Yeah, VWAP up there at 65. We need about 3 more handles up to clear the -1 standard dev band. We get above about 48. We'll have cleared that with a little room. So if it's going to reject, this might be the area for it. But again, guys, we are about 6.5 minutes away from the New York Open. We'll see if we get a little, again, runs at the Open has kind of been a theme, especially from the last few weeks. So we'll see what happens. Expect volume to start picking up here in the next 3 to 4 minutes. It's been a little inconsistent as far as when volume picks up before the New York Open. I remember when I first started trading futures, usually just like 30 seconds to 60 seconds before the New York Open, volume spikes, people trying to, front run some of the big boys, et cetera, et cetera. Now it can not happen at all, or it can happen at 8 or 9:19. It's these weird times. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely a patience day for me.
Everybody take a breath. Make sure you got your coffee or your matcha.
No.
Well, I have neither. I got the vodka.
Vodka. Yes, very good, comrade.
No matcha, no coffee.
For your sake, Russian comrade, hope you not near tall window.
Well, no, window is closed.
Okay, well that does not matter to Vladimir.
Oh man.
There has been an epidemic of Russian oligarchs falling out of windows this year. Like you're not even being subtle at this point.
Epidemic, he calls it. Oh man.
That's great.
All right,
you know what?
5 minutes here, guys.
You know what? I'll be back in a sec. I'm gonna put away my treadmill and actually sit down for the US session. So Drew, if you wanna remove me for a quick second, I'll get that done.
We want to see it.
Well, you wouldn't see much.
All right. Gonna be an interesting open here. ES kind of fighting at this 9 EMA at this 343 level. Let me see if there's any orders sitting there. Yeah, we do have some orders at the 45 and the 50 area on ES. So let's see if we can get above those.
Big liquidity overhead on the above 300 on the NQ. If you scroll out, a couple hundred contracts up there, about 312 to 314, a couple hundred more at about 225. So if you're swinging for the fences, that may be, again, big liquidity on the board like that. If it stays, tends to get filled. Now, it may not get filled till 2 o'clock. But if that liquidity stays on the board and we start running up, that could be target for sort of a bit of a less of a scalp, more of an intraday swing. Absolutely.
Yeah, I did long that actually in my personal account, but yeah, that's it's crazy because like when you get these sort of holds, you tend to see some really strong reactions. I mean, again, that previous all-time highs on the NASDAQ, you guys are going to see this is clearly a level that they are also trying to defend here because they know, right? We talked about this. They know that if they get below this 222, 200's on deck. And if 200's on deck, we have, basically Friday's low to play around with. And that's going to, I expect, give us a clean reaction as well. So, there's levels to this game, right? Even when we have news or tariffs or a Trump tweet or whatever the case may be, these levels are going to come into play. And so, if you're someone who is a fundamental trader, there's no reason why you shouldn't be using the technicals in order to trade these levels, because they tend to come in play. There tend to be orders sitting there waiting to be taken and filled. So that's what we look at when we're trading these sort of areas. There's a reaction for a reason. So make sure that you have these levels. If you have really good technical analysis, I think as a trader, it just obviously makes your job so much easier. But at that point, it's just execution.
All right, guys, we are a little over 2 minutes away. Let's see if we get a run into the open. Again, as always, check your open orders. It's a Monday. If you haven't traded yet, you shouldn't have any, but
shouldn't.
Guys, we'll get the sticky message back up there if we could do that, Nick. The site is under maintenance. We are upgrading to Tradeify 2.0, so just bear with us.
Yeah, Zero, I wasn't walking that fast. No need to take a shower for walking 2.5 kilometers per hour.
Also,
DGen
guys,
Nick is here. Little DGen is back. He's in the background.
In terms of data as well this week, I don't recall if any of us went over this, but yeah, we don't have anything on for today. We do still have earnings also throughout the rest of this week. I believe Tesla is actually this week or next week. I can't recall, but we do have also earnings, and then we have Fed Chair Powell speaking tomorrow as well in the pre-market, and then a couple of data coming out the rest of this week. We have unemployment claims on Thursday, PMI on Thursday as well. So a lighter week, but still an important one when it comes to data.
Yeah, we really start hitting big time earnings tomorrow, as we start 215 companies reporting tomorrow, 1,600 on Wednesday. So
that's like on Wednesday, right?
Yeah.
All right, 30 seconds here.
30 seconds to the ding ding. I missed it the last 2 days.
You just want me to send you a recording of it so you can play anytime you want?
Yeah, I would actually set it as my alarm clock in the morning.
Oh, I'd do a special one for you.
Oh,
Wow.
Well,
Okay.
yeah, there's a couple ways you could take that, both valid. All right, guys, it's ready for another week here at Tradeify TV. We've got 3, 2, 1, ding ding, motherfuckers.
Let's go.
that's awesome.
All right, approaching VWAP.
Nice.
VWAP and that trend line. Now let's see if it rejects or just completely blasts 200 points.
Nice.
You're still in that long, Miriam?
Yeah,
Nice.
entry was at 234.
Woof. With how many contracts?
I took 3 on that one.
Wow, let's go. W in the chat for Miriam already. I haven't even started yet.
Yeah, we're getting some selling coming in right at that 80 level. So we got to clear this level here. Next level up is going to be that 315 though. Or 300, call it 300.
Going for the all-time high.
Reversal off those lows.
Yeah, I'm holding this.
Very nice.
I did sell 2 like right before we open though, because in case, you don't want
That
to.
makes sense.
So I am just holding one at the moment. It's my little runner.
That makes sense.
All right. Well, ES now back above VWAP. NASDAQ also above VWAP here. Still need to get through these 80s, but if we can clear these 80s, clear shot to 300.
Yeah, first rejection possible at the +1 standard deviation, which is hanging out right about where we rejected, about 87, 88. So that'll be the next area we need to crack through. Not a lot of liquidity on the board here until you get up to 315, 330.
Nice push, though.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice push. The next level for me here is obviously the same. Asia high, London high. 305, 308.50, and then after that comes the all-time high, 320.
Yeah. Clean. Oh, nice.
All right, background Nick longed this from 84.50, so you're in it together now.
Nice. Oof. All right, we're going towards this 300 level. Let's see. Nice.
At 300 shouldn't be a problem. 305, 308.50, that's going to be thing.
Clean. All right. Let's see if we can clear 300.
We did take out Asia low, and then basically had this pump right after. But there wasn't like this usual Asia low sweep, like liquidity sweep. It was more like a consolidation around the low and then just back up.
Mm-hmm. I'll probably take off my long if we start moving down below this 80 level. Yes, kind of struggling here. Yes, kind of struggling at the 350 area.
The Nasdaq looks stronger than ES,
Oh yeah.
right?
Oh yeah, much stronger than ES for sure. Which is usually the opposite. But I mean, actually last week ES was kind of struggling a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Here, looks like it wants our first test of 300 here. Can't seem to get the liquidity to push right through it, but I think yeah, they're layering it there. If it cracks through 300, you could run to 315 very, very quickly.
Nice. There we go. Starting to trying to fill those orders here. At this
We touched 300.
Yeah. Go getting the buying coming in here on 300. All right, good volume coming in. See if we can get the follow through now.
Your entry was 34?
Mm-hmm. 34.25.
Nice. Very nice.
I look at my my exits and I'm like, dang, I should have held this. Got about like 20 points on the first push, and then now I'm just holding like one runner essentially. Those are always like the great feeling trades when you can just move it thick into the profits and just let it do its thing.
Yeah. Where do you have your stop now?
It's at 81.25.
81.25. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice.
Let's go. All right, 300's clearing here. Lots of buying pressure coming in here on NQ. Lots. Like, wow, this is really pushing here. All right, moving this.
Yeah, we just took out the London high here.
If they can't get it back down below 300 in the next minute or so, it's probably got 30, 40 points to the upside.
Yep. London high and Asia high both taken out. Asia low also taken out. So
yeah, that 315 area is going to be key. Lots of selling, lots of sellers in that area now. I'm going to move my stop to 96. Nice long push here. The open. What a move from that demand zone.
Complete rejection of those lower lows.
Wow. Bulls are like, nope, not today. Like, oh,
well, and we were pushing down with, it wasn't huge volume, but higher volume too, which means there's now a lot of shorts that are trapped.
Yep, exactly.
They just rug pulled the shit out of the bears to start the session.
Mm-hmm.
reverse rug pull.
Smack in the head with a rug.
All right, 315 approaching here. Some sellers sitting here, but we're getting the volume. Wow.
New all-time high in a second. Looks like it.
325 is next. These, man.
Yeah. All right, we got a new all-time high. Let's go.
All right.
Let's go.
325 is that area. All right. Man, I am just trailing. These are like the fun trades when you're just trailing. 325 here needs to clear on NASDAQ. ES, that 350 area is going to be key as well here that we need to hold above. I don't know if Lil Deegan is still in this trade, but this is looking clean.
He is. He is.
All right. I literally might get stuffed out of this, but clean move so far. Wow, these orders are just completely getting eaten up. Look at this 15-minute candle so far. This is crazy.
That's nuts.
It's a hell of an orb today.
Yeah.
Yep. It's a hell of an orb to consolidate in.
Insane.
Don't want to jinx it, but
I just got stopped out of my trade at 315, but this is looking still really good. As long as we have 300 here, this is clean so far.
that was Propanote.
Propanote.
We made a new all-time high by 3 points. And now we're rejecting it. 3 points.
Yeah, right to that 320, right where that liquidity was on book maps here, that 325 area. And anytime I see some sort of liquidity, a wall of sellers, for example, in this case, whenever I see it, for example, at 325, if I'm in a trade, I start trailing really, really tightly because there's always a possibility of them not able to get the movement. And if you do have profit targets, for example, while we're getting the buying coming, they're going to clear these orders.
Yeah.
They're going to clear these orders. They are coming in hot. Yeah, 325 has there it is. Cleared those orders. Wow. What a
now
move.
now there's nothing on the board.
Literally nothing.
No man's land.
Oh,
No
man.
man's land.
Wild. Yeah, I don't see anything now. I mean, maybe like this. Here's the thing. Now, if I was still in this trade, right? Like, where would I target? Where would I look for? I don't see anything on book maps. This is one of those where I'm just like, all right, next level down, right? We cleared that 325. Right now we're trying to really hold above it. But next level down is going to be that 300, right? As long as we can hold above 300, we're looking strong. And at this point on the NASDAQ, it's going to be every 50 points. So, call it like 23,350 is going to be a possible next area. I don't see much going on there, but we're starting to see something kind of pick up right now. But 23,350 and then call it like 23,400. So those are that's kind of how I manage trades like this. But again, if anyone doesn't have book maps, you guys aren't seeing this. So this is where it gets down to just managing your trade and being smart with your stops. Looking at how the movement is going, how the volume is moving. Crazy 15-minute candle so far. This is just absolutely nuts. ES not about like 4 points, 5 points away from its all-time highs here as well. It's the NASDAQ just continuing to move on this bull run, but we're about 4 minutes away as well from the first opening range here developing. $340 has some sellers here starting to pick up some orders. And then again, that 23,350 is going to have a little bit as well.
Printing new all-time highs every second now.
Yeah.
Let's see how far this can go. What do you think, like based on book maps?
Yeah, the 340 area has some sellers that started to step in here, but then in terms of buying, is going to be at around that 323 call it 320 area is going to also have some buyers sitting there. So if we do come back down about 10 points, that's where I would expect for us to hold. Wow, really just like crazy movement here on a Monday.
That is a crazy push.
Yeah, they did those pre-market shorts dirty.
Oh, yeah. They're like, not today.
But also, to be fair, in the last weeks, we had way bigger 50-minute opening ranges.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie.
Well, our 5-minute ATR is still only 13. That's still very, very low.
The thing is, it looks more extreme because the overnight session volatility was so low, like the volume was so low, that we didn't barely get any moves. And now, since it's just a green push up, it just looks more extreme.
Wild. Absolutely crazy.
Oh, Nexus, of course I know what can bring the market down. Of course I know.
Wow.
The good old marbles indicator.
Do it.
Do it.
Wow,
Do
these
it now.
350s are getting sucked up too. 350 is going to be that next level up. We are trying. Bulls are trying. Insane move here. All right, lots of selling now stepping in here at the 350s.
Makes sense.
Starting to get a little bit of a pullback here. Yeah, those orders really just popped in there at 350. ES now rejecting its supply zone, barely tapped right into that level, that area at 354. Remember, ES has not made all-time highs yet. New all-time highs yet. NASDAQ has. Yeah. So just be considerate and mindful of that.
ES is lagging behind. Like it hasn't even taken out London high and Asia.
Yeah. Let's see where SPX
Interesting.
is.
ES is still 6 points away. Well, yeah, about 6 points away from the all-time high.
Yeah, the way I monitor ES is also with SPX. I look at levels on SPX as well. So SPX did clear its previous day high, sitting here at this 314 area. So there is an expectation of continuation here on SPX, but SPX is going to have levels every like 10 points. So we could move into this 320, which would move ES into like the 355, 354 level. But again, all-time highs on ES is sitting at 357. So if we can't make this move up, we have this gap on on SPX sitting at 6306. So that's something to consider too. If we get into the gap fill on SPX, we have about 10 points to the downside. So that would probably put us on ES around this 345 level, 350, or 345. If we get down below 350, then that would be filling the gap. But right now lots of buying pressure still coming in here.
If we look at the Mag 7 boundless, yes, we can. Drew, can you go to my chart really quick? Currently, we have Apple pushing up really hard. Went from 211 to now 214. We have Microsoft pushing hard. We have Alphabet pushing hard. We have Amazon pushing hard. Nvidia not so much so far. Meta pushing hard. Tesla pushed hard in the beginning, but now made a complete pullback to below open. But the most of the major tech stocks are pumping, so that definitely supports the NQ pump here.
Wild.
Yeah, so they ran a bunch of orders that we didn't even see.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, 400's next.
Yeah.
What else?
It really seems to be on deck at this point.
Oh.
This is insane.
My entry. Oh.
The 15-minute opening range is nasty. Very, very nasty.
I know, Nick. Me and Nick are both sad that we sold.
Well, at least you got some of it.
Yeah, of course. It's you never know what to expect on these sort of moves. Like,
yeah, you can't. You can't. 50-minute opening range is insane now. Sitting between 23, 256 on NQ and 23,371. Well, we broke out of it too, so
Yes, crazy. Now ES has made new highs. But we do have that level now sitting there at 23,400 on book maps. Those orders just popped in there. So if you're still long, I would just ride this. I would really just ride this. I mean, really, at this point, I wouldn't want to see it back below. If you start to get the move back below like 350, which is crazy for me to even say out loud at this point, considering I got out at 315, this is quite the move that we're getting. But 350 would be the next level down that I would expect for us to hold. Otherwise, again, it's still at 300. So you're 70 points away from where it starts to kind of look a little iffy, which we're not. We're not even close to that. So
that's insane. Your entry was at 234. That is crazy. I just saw your screenshot here.
Insanity.
Yeah, what a move. My goodness. I mean, this is, again, and this is what I was talking about, guys. We can sit there before the open and lay out the most likely scenario based on the just the overnight session, especially the hour leading into the open. The absolute last thing I would have expected was like a multi-100 point, potential run to the highs, and yet that's almost pretty much exactly what we're getting. So, again, it's we can have a thesis in one hand and grab in the other and see which gets filled first, but it's a sort of an adventure morning when these types of things happen, especially on a Monday. So don't get FOMO, don't chase, but participate where you can.
Yeah, absolutely. And definitely interested to see what we do at this 400 level, not just, because I see these orders on book maps, but again, we talked about these psychological levels, and we're in no man's land right now. So I would expect some sort of reaction at 400, possibly like a little bit before, call it like the 98s, 95 area. But that would be the next level that I would consider possible not reversal, but, some sort of pullback on.
Well, it's going to stall out at some point, even if it's just briefly. We would hope for a pullback to give us another entry. But and don't try to catch the top here, guys. Don't try to short the top.
Yeah, there's actually such a good question on this in the chat. Austin is asking how to not get FOMO on a move like this. Honestly, just know that there are way more opportunities coming.
Yeah.
If not today, then tomorrow.
Yeah. Absolutely. No one expects this, right? Like no one knows what the market's going to do. Like none of us, I mean, rewind the stream and listen to us talking about how we're feeling bearish on the day, right?
This is what I get for saying I was bearish on the day.
Well, yes, of course, background Nick, he can see the future, but everybody else can't.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's none of us expected this sort of move. I mean, we talked about scenarios, right? We talked about these key levels holding this 23,222 area that, man, I mean, you can't get any closer than that. The low of that candle was 23,223.75. So really held previous all-time highs beautifully. And now we made all-time highs, right? And that's what we talked about, though. Like, what is the next level up? We have to make all-time highs. ES was kind of looking like it wanted to double top here on the 1 hour, but we did get a nice flush up, and so now it's just going to be holding this previous all-time high, sitting at 357. Nasdaq is going to be holding that 320 area, and you can see here we have the 9 EMA kind of veering up to potentially hold as support throughout the rest of the day. But this is kind of what you got to just wait. You got to wait. I mean, the opening range, if you want me to draw this out for you guys, this is what we're working with. So we got the bottom of this, which doesn't even have a bottom really, of the opening candle. But let me just change the color here so you guys can see it. But this is the opening range we're working with. I mean, this is like a over 100 point opening range, right? So not these sort of setups don't always work, but at the same time, like you got to look at what we are working with in this first 30 minutes, not even 15 minutes, right? Yeah, 15 minutes. So this is the levels that we got to look at, and so Right now, are we going to get a pullback possibly to this 250 or 350 area? Do we get a deeper pullback? My guess is that we hold this 320 and then make another leg up. Now, I'm not saying this is all going to happen in one candle, but this is why you got to be patient. You got to be patient because you don't have any levels to the upside. We talk about 400, but to me, this isn't an area that I'd want to go long necessarily, right? Because we have 400 here that could reject. That only gives you, if you're a scalper, yeah, okay, sure, go for it. But for me, I'm going to be extra patient on this sort of move and just let the market decide where it wants to go, where it wants to have a little bit of a deeper pullback, which is where I would look for an entry.
Yeah. Unless we form a perfect bull flag here, then I'm gonna long the highs here.
Yeah.
But only if we get a perfect one. If it's slightly unperfect, I'm not gonna take it.
And you look at the 1 minute when you're looking at those bull flags, right?
Yeah, I would want to see on the 1 minute chart here. I would want to see a bull flag with at least 3 clean touch points. So this is the first one, right? Then this would be the second one potentially, and a third one probably here. The flag would look something like this, and then I would want to see a clean push through that, and then pretty much you literally long the all-time high, which is obviously not the best case scenario, but it's still a good risk to reward because the stop would be at 66-ish, entry around 86-ish, so about 20 point stop, and you could go for like 30, 40 points. So
Yeah,
they're gearing up for the next move. Just based on the liquidity. Not sure if that's long or short right here, but they're tightening up the price action. The orders are compressing around the bid and the ask, which means we're probably due for a nice little stop run here, one direction or the other.
Yeah, let's see.
Let's see what it brings.
1 minute's actually holding up really well on this 9 EMA, which is why I see why you like to trade it.
Yep. Hey, let's actually set a new like goal for the next giveaway. This next giveaway is going to be for 2 50K Lightning funded accounts. Guys, remember, if you haven't been here in the beginning, the straight to funded accounts have now been rebranded to Lightning funded accounts. So 2 of those in the 50K, like 250K in size. We're going to do in a marble race, obviously, so that should drop the market a little bit. But in order for us to do that, we're currently 862 people here in the stream, and we're sitting at 577 likes. So let's get the stream to 677 likes. 677. And once we reach that, we're going to do a marbles race for 2 50K Lightning funded accounts.
Nice.
This is forming a nice bull flag here.
I do see that.
Yeah, we're about to run back to highs, I think.
Yeah.
King, to answer your question, I did actually take that in. I'm actually in the process of building out a few different funded accounts to kind of play with and generate a little more income. I've said on the stream, my rule is if it's not a live trade, I don't alert it. There's too many sim warriors out there, right, guys? So I caught a little bit here or there on the move. Actually, got another into a funded stage. So I'll post some updates on that on Twitter. I meant to do that this weekend, got sidetracked. But if you follow me on Twitter, I'll show you some of the stuff I've been doing there. But we try to keep it real, literally keep it real here. If it's not a real trade, you don't see us putting it out there.
Yeah, this would give a nice break of the opening range as well.
I did take the long here, the one I said.
Nice.
I only took it with 1 mini though, because it's literally long in the all-time high.
Yeah, we are getting the buying coming in. Let's see if
But I'm gonna move my stop aggressively.
Lots of buying coming in here on futures. 95 needs to clear, and then 400. There it is. Wow, these bulls are relentless today.
I'm already break even on this.
Nice. Good job, Nick.
Thank you. Oof. Let's see if we get some follow through.
Watch 400, guys. I mean, these bulls look like they want to take it, but again, psychological level here.
I only want this move. It's like a clean follow through. Otherwise, I don't want it. Don't want to get chopped up in this.
What's your stops at break even, you said?
Yeah, I'm break even +1, so
Okay.
very likely to be tapped, but I just don't want you know, along into the all-time high and then an immediate reversal. Just suck.
Yeah. Do you have a take profit set, or are you just looking
No,
to
I'm
ride
gonna look into trail.
Okay. Nice. Yeah, let's see if this opening range here can hold at minimum this 78 level.
I got tapped out, break even.
All right.
Couldn't take out 400 quite yet. I think it's gonna coil up and make another run at it though.
Yeah, like all-time high and the 100 level at the same time is just too risky to hold this, for me at least.
Yeah. It's one of those, like I said, I mean, the opening range has been set, but it's such a wide range for me that the trade could play out for sure. I mean, the opening range here is sitting at this 86 level now, right? So, I mean, you could call it actually the first 15 minutes would be at 71. If you're really looking at this from like a technical standpoint here. That's where I would probably set it. But yeah, right now, we are trying to hold that range. So 70 is going to have some buyers sitting there. But it's, yeah, for me, like I said, like to your point, Nick, too, it's like we're sitting so close to this 400 area that I can see on book maps. And I'm just, you know, there's certain trades that I'm just not comfortable taking. Like this is going to be one of those trades where, you know, I had a really good entry, which for me, you know, it would suck to try to take an entry here and just get stopped out, you know, for a move that I was expecting to move to the upside. And we very much could. It definitely is signaling that we want to have some more follow through here. But again, for me, just a little bit too close to levels that we haven't even hit yet. And I want more of that data so that I can see what the reactions are. I'd actually feel more comfortable waiting for this trade to play out and then just looking for another, you know, not reversal, but what am I looking for? What am I trying to say? A retest of those areas. Again, just giving me more data points to work with, because right now, if this is the high that we make for the day, that's telling me that 400 is going to be a very, very, very key area that, you know, I possibly want to wait for to break in order to look for possible trades. So right now, still holding the opening range here, but I'm looking at the 1 minute.
I will say I will be, again, say it and clip it, but I will be surprised we don't make a run at 400.
At this point, yeah.
Right, it started pumping again. But also, we did reach the 671 likes, or 77, did I say? Yeah, well, it doesn't matter. Somebody said in the chat, it sounds like Nick is just making these numbers up. Yeah, hell yeah, I am. That's exactly what I'm doing. So, since we did reach that, let's do a marbles race, as usual. And here you go with the 400 level.
Oh, yeah.
In a sec. As usual, you have to like the stream, you have to subscribe to the channel, and once I drop the keyword, there's 400, Matt. Nice call out. Once I do drop the keyword, only type it once in the chat, okay? Do not type it twice, not 3 times, not 4 times, because you are going to get disqualified. Now, the keyword for the first marble race today is obviously going to be NQ pump. One word, no space in between, just NQ pump. Good luck, everybody.
Wow,
they pulled the orders at 400 without filling them.
Now I accidentally typed it twice. I'm disqualified.
Boo.
All right, next level up, 405 and 420. Spark it, baby.
Hey guys, we were reliably informed behind the scenes here that the Tradeify website is back up. So if you guys were looking to do something there, again, bear with us today. A lot of changes. The new site is incredible. They showed it to us a little while ago. So yeah, so we are back up and running. So if you want to check that out, please do.
Nice. 400 is still rejecting a bit. No.
Yeah, and as I said, they went up there, but didn't fill the orders. The orders got pulled right before.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we did get a new all-time high on ES as well. So
It's so wild to actually witness that happening on book maps.
Yeah.
Like live. You'll see literally like a thick red wall of sellers sitting at that area. And then all of a sudden, once you start getting the buying pressure coming in, they're just that wall's completely gone.
They're just like, psych, it was just a prank.
Yeah. Nothing like seeing a federal crime being committed in real time, right?
Manipulation at its finest.
Yeah.
Like
no, it doesn't happen.
Yeah, crazy. Ooh, who am I to think that? My market maker's listening to me, so I gotta be careful.
Yeah, Mario S is always in the chat. You know it.
So, guys, again, another reminder: if it's your first time watching Tradeify TV, welcome, and let us know in the chat. Got a lot of new.
It's going to be NQ pumping.
A lot of new people the last few shows, guys. People just finding out how just crazy we are.
Welcome.
They're like, what the hell did I subscribe to here?
Yeah.
Well, but they haven't experienced the marble race yet, guys. If you haven't experienced the marble race yet, you're in for a treat in a second.
Yeah,
you will never see a grown-ass man more excited for something than Nick is for a marble race.
It really is.
Oh, man. All right, Drew, whenever you're ready, feel free to pull up that marble race once we have 300 entries. And then let's race for 2 50K lightning funded accounts. What should we do? First and last place?
Yeah, I like that. I think that's a great idea.
Cool. So first place and last place both get 50K lightning funded account once we get the marbles rolling.
Awesome.
DJ, my man.
Also, guys, make sure if you're here for the first time, you are subscribing as well, because 2 things happen when you subscribe. A, you get to participate in the chat, and you get to say funny and or thing. Well, so you get to say a lot to us and participate in the chat. And I had to take that one off the rails.
Don't give them any ideas, Matt.
Yeah, no, I know. But yeah, so you are able to join in on the chat and the chaos that is the chat, and enter the giveaways. You can't enter the giveaways. You can't be in the chat. You can't be in the chat if you're not a subscriber. In addition, guys, until we hit 20K, we are still doing special giveaways for every 1,000 subscribers. So we hit 17,000. I'm sure we can talk to the boss man and get a few more, whether that's today or tomorrow. To give away. So make sure you after 20,000 we're gonna start acting big time, and we'll only do it every few thousand subscribers. But the growth has been incredible, guys. So I guess we're doing something right.
Absolutely.
Yeah. We're doing marble races. That's what we're doing right. 350 people in this. Okay, I see. So everybody who's still typing NQ pump, you can stop. It's not going to do anything. And Drew, let's drop the marbles.
Also, little DGen should, for every 1,000 subscribers up to 20,000, little DGen will take a picture with a tighter pair of pants. He will go one size down everywhere until we get to.
That was his fiance's pants for sure. I mean,
they got up that morning and he was all nervous, so he just grabbed a pair of her pants.
Extra stretchy.
All right. Let's see how this marble race is gonna turn out. So again,
I had no idea what he was signing up for. He had no fucking clue.
So again, reminder: first place and last place are each gonna get a 50K lightning funded account. Last place means the last marble to actually cross the finish line, not DNFs.
Yeah, not the first one killed.
Best loser wins in this one as well.
Best loser wins, as in trading. We
still have 350. They stuck some liquidity. I'm sorry, go ahead.
We still had 350 marbles. Nobody eliminated, but that changed now. Go ahead, Matt.
We stuck some liquidity up there in the 420 to 422 area. So I wonder if we're gearing up to crack the 400 level there.
Mm-hmm.
Could be.
Some buyers sitting at the 85.
We are forming another nice little bull flag here. I might take another entry. Maybe get follow through on this one.
Man, the 15-minute chart just looks crazy.
crazy.
Crazy. The
This
1
one has
hour.
a tighter stop, so I'm gonna enter it with 2 minis actually. I just entered it.
Nice.
That liquidity's sitting up there at 420, man.
420.
Jonathan.
What do you say?
I'm just laughing at that comment.
Yeah. Accurate on all three.
Submarines. Oh man.
What do you say? Wait, I missed it.
3 things CEOs should avoid. Number 1, submarines. 2, Luigi Mangione. And 3, Coldplay concerts. That's my favorite comment of the day.
Well, and the funny thing was 1 and 3 were completely avoidable. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
don't like embrace your side piece in public, right? Like that's, and yeah, don't get on a submarine to go 20,000 leagues under the sea that's controlled by an Xbox controller.
Crazy. Did you see that Netflix documentary? That was actually nuts.
I didn't.
Oh,
I
man.
have better things to do than watch stupid people kill themselves.
Fuck.
Like imagine that, like you die in a quick and gruesome manner, and like you're a meme, right? Like that's
So messed up.
yeah.
That's messed up. Yeah. All right. Do we have a winner? Oh, Nick. See, Nick, you can't be like having technical issues when we do the marbles. Like, what is this?
Did he leave us? He's gone.
I think so. Let me try to read that. Oh my god, I cannot read that. Hold on. All right. Winner is Jishnu Girl. I can't. Jaya Kumar? I'm so sorry.
He's already jumped in there. Yeah.
Okay, great. All right, let's go down to the last one. Oh my god, I cannot read that. Matt, can you read that? Okay, Pactoon Trades. Pactoon Trades is the last winner. Congratulations, guys. Make sure that you put your name in the chat here and have your emails ready in your YouTube description as well. There you go. Nice. Congratulations, guys. That felt like the longest marbles race in the world.
Yeah.
All right. Congrats. All right. I hope I don't know what happened to Nick here.
Nick's in the background. He just needs to pop back in here.
His market maker didn't like that he went long.
Yeah, apparently.
Oh man. How do I get kicked out during a marbles race?
That's
Come on.
diabolical. Yeah.
That is diabolical. Oh, yikes.
Ooh, nice rejection candle here on.
No, not nice rejection. I'm in the long.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm like, yeah.
Yay.
Fuck you in particular.
Yeah, but I mean that was expected. Like if you long the all-time highs, you gotta expect this. That's why I have a tight stop at 15 points.
This is gonna be a wild candle if we on ES if we turn this red here. We got about well, we still have a whole 4 minutes left on this candle, so see how we develop. But Nasdaq's still looking good. To me, Nasdaq still looks good, even though we're rejecting this 400. But
It's Ms. Nasdaq if you're nasty.
Yeah. I'm getting stopped out of this. Yep, I just got stopped out. Dang it.
Yeah, I just want to clear some of this other liquidity. I still think we're going to go take out that liquidity at 420.
yeah, I think as long as we hold, honestly, this 370 level on Nasdaq, I think we still look good. There's for me, this isn't significant of any sort of reversal yet. Still very much holding strong. These buyers really keep stepping in here. I'm looking at the market pulse on Bookmaps, and yeah, these buyers just really keep stepping in. So no entry for me yet. I don't like any entries right now. I really don't. Kind of want a little bit more of a pullback here, but I don't know if I'll get it.
Yeah,
which is fine.
We might get the barcoding action now.
Don't say that.
Well, I'm just
Where
being,
if you fucking jinx us, dude.
You
I'm
always say it and then it happens.
What the
You just need to
hell?
stop saying it.
well,
I realize your inner Swiss doesn't want to embrace one direction or the other. It just wants to be neutral. But come
want
on,
the
man.
neutral barcode.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Nick only feels at peace when the markets aren't moving.
I meant the frog action, not the barcoding. Sorry.
Where the kitties at this morning, Nick?
Hey, I got them locked outside of my office. I couldn't let them
Well, I
in
bet
today.
they're good and pissed.
No, they're probably sleeping in my girlfriend's office, so we're fine.
Do they sit there and just scratch at the doors?
No, they if I lock them out, they just go to my girlfriend and sleep there.
That's cute.
Yeah, they literally always run after us. It's really, really cute. Like if I go to the kitchen, they come run behind me. If I go back to the office, they run behind me. Like they're always looking what we're doing. So I don't know. It's kind of like super cute. Now
So
I really want to
really
barcode.
want to get back above 400 here. They're fighting. They're fighting them.
Hey, Ciceron or Ciceron one, however I spell your name, pronounce your name. Why would I go long when the marbles indicator is up? That's a very fair point. Why the hell did I do that?
There's truth to that. Yeah, there's
Yep.
truth to that.
You guys are funny in the chat.
Chat always on point. So, Miriam, I completely missed everything that you explained when you re-explained that other guy's comment. Something is about submarines. And then I
Oh
got
no, we were just talking about like CEOs needing to avoid certain things, and
Okay, I got it.
yeah. So submarines is one of them. But yeah, we are getting this fight right now. I wouldn't be surprised if we just sat here and consolidated for a few candles. Again, look at the 400 level. 402 is the current all-time high as we speak right now. And yeah, I would expect some follow through here. I do expect some follow through. So if we can get the volume right now, we're just, this is common, guys. We get some consolidation, we get some indecision happening for a few candles here, but no reason for us to not get the next leg up, especially that we are making like higher lows as well. You guys can see every pullback has just been bought. This candle right here wasn't my favorite. We did kind of close with a small body and a top tail here, but again, just quickly got bought up here by the bulls. And as you can see, there's no, for me, I wouldn't even be looking at a potential, reversal here until we can even get down below this 350. I call it like 350. 350 is where I start to be like, all right, where are we going here? But not even close to where 350 is right now. So ES does look a little bit toppy here to me right now. I'm not really a fan of this candle that we just put in on the 5-minute, but also still getting the bottom.
Big order buy on the NQ there.
Yeah, I see that too. 420 is next.
It is. 420's on deck here.
Or it's a fake out.
Well, yeah, it cleared a big order at 402. And there's nothing between that and 420. So that's not surprising. It pulls back 5, 7, 8 points after that. And typically then if it's going to go take out that, it'll coil up and just go. The 400, the 395 to 390 area is where the bears are fighting right now. So the longer the bulls can hold them above there, because there was a lot of volume traded at that level in the previous few minutes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Bulls have to keep it above 400, but bears got to get it down another 10, 15 points if they want to reduce it. I'm not going to say back to VWAP, but if they even want to get a hold short term.
Oof.
Good battle going on at this level, though.
Yeah, I agree.
Barcode.
Nick, you are the worst sometimes. No, I think, I agree with that. We're definitely seeing some fighting happening here at the 95s. I just got to make sure I didn't click on something. Okay. Yeah, 95s. We are building like a really tiny little trend line too here. If you guys want to see this, I mean, this is definitely where I would be looking for us to start trying to break. We have the 9 EMA sitting at the 66. 66 would be like the nice pullback I would be looking for. I wouldn't want to see it in one candle. I'd want to see like maybe a little couple candles try to come down to this area and then a nice bullish candle move up. But for me, this is, again, I'm not too comfortable going long or really initiating any trade at these areas until we can get some sort of confirmation that, we're either in for a reversal or we're trying to hold and be respective of another leg up. So this is trading, guys. This is where you just gotta wait. If you, especially for me, like I made a decent trade earlier today, so it's like, going into another trade is gonna be something where if I'm up on the day, I have to be extremely selective of what I'm choosing. You should be selective anyways, but that is where that also sets the tone for me. And right now we're just in no man's land. It's hard to gauge a trade here.
And we're consolidating pretty tightly in no man's land. Like the range we're currently sitting in is about 20 points, 20 to 30 points, depending on how you look at it.
Yeah. 375 has some buyers, a little bit of buyers, nothing crazy on book maps here. So that's going to be that same area that I was kind of mentioning to you guys of this opening range breakout. So looking to possibly get back down below here, little sweep, and then another move up. I think the 9 EMA will also trail to that level too if we get there.
On the 1 minute?
The 5 minute.
5 minute. Well, let's see.
Turbo Skeeter. Definitely not what I'm saying, but to each their own. This is not financial advice.
Yeah, we're definitely getting a little bit of a pullback here. I still think we're going to go take out 420 at some point as long as that liquidity stays on the board.
Very likely.
Oops.
Dooby dooby doo.
Oh, finally. There it is, Matt.
Yep. I wouldn't call this barcoding action, but we are definitely just kind of coiling up for the next move.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have to. Like, you can't just go up in one straight move forever. It can go up forever, but it cannot go up straight forever. Look at oil, gold. I mean, gold is just pumping. Gold is sitting at, damn, okay.
I do like the levels that we are creating though on NASDAQ here, especially with like where previous day high is sitting, where VWAP is sitting. Again, not saying that we're going to necessarily make the move down there. I would be kind of a little bit cautious if we start doing that. But right now, those levels are sitting at about the 50% retracement of these areas. So, oh wow, okay,
There it is.
There we go.
pop up here.
There's the move.
Not sure if that was like a freaking bust candle for no reason. Right to 420. 419. Not even 420.
That was just a joker there. Like, let's get it up to 420.
Yeah. Market makers wanted to spark it real quick.
419.25 is the high currently. ES is coming back up as well.
Wow. ES actually looks really ugly on this 5 minute.
Looks really
not a
puppy on the 5 minute for now, but I think it's gonna push through.
I mean, at this point, we clear 420. We have this range. 375 to 420 is really our range right now. If we get the clear of 420, I'm trying to scroll up here and see if we have any orders or liquidity, but nothing really. I don't really see anything above 420. Maybe 430. Now we're talking like every 10-point increment at this point.
Yeah, be curious to see what happens to liquidity when that 20 falls, because there's not a whole lot else on the board right now.
Hey, background Nick, can we get a poll in the chat to see how everybody's doing? Green, red, flat on the day. Curious to see. Okay, I'll just leave then, Nick. I'll just leave.
Making Nick earn it his first day back, huh?
Oh man.
Yes, really going. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Just a straight shot. This is, yeah, I mean,
ES at 69 and Nasdaq at 420. Great. Somebody's trolling here.
yeah, the market makers. They're like, yeah, this is where we're going to do it. Next level up on ES, I see 63.73. And then levels down is going to be 63.62. Yeah, those are Elon's numbers. Maybe Elon's behind this. What's Tesla doing?
Elon is the market maker.
Tesla was scuffling a little today.
Yeah,
okay.
Tesla's currently like right at the open.
What the heck is going on with this stock?
330.
Did fill the gap really nicely though on Tesla. That's
Yeah, it did. It did.
Yeah.
But Google is pumping. Amazon still pumping. Meta as well.
Nvidia not really doing too much.
No, Nvidia not doing much. Apple going pretty well as well.
Yeah, Apple looks good.
Yeah.
Man.
Drew, if you want to go to my chart really quick, they have an overview of all 7. There you go.
Nice.
Boundless saying, what's Tradeify without gap fill?
Yeah, there you go.
All right. Relax. Still Monday, guys.
Kill. All right, we're forming some kind of a channel here. Under 1 minute.
Yeah.
It's an ugly channel though. A very ugly one.
Yeah. ES actually looks stronger here now than NQ. Crazy candle we got here. Man, yeah, these are just one of those days you gotta wait. You gotta be patient.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, now we're kind of just consolidating a little bit.
I mean, we have to at a certain point. We said, Franja, when we say flush, we mean flush it to the downside. Quick, explosive moves, basically to the downside. Lots of volume, pushing price down.
Very much holding this trend line here.
Matt, by the way, what did you do this weekend? And Miriam was at the concert. I did a marathon. What did you do?
Oh, just hung out, got some stuff done around the house. The fiance went home to do her final dress fitting, so I just kind of hung out, got a few things done, got a few things. Yeah, no, I got
You
a
mow
lot
your
done.
lawn?
I did actually mow the lawn yesterday. I absolutely did.
How did
we're back
C
under
know? So how
we're
did
back
C
under a
let
heat
know?
advisory for the next few days. We're going to be back in the triple digits. So
How did C know in the chat?
Although it's a good call because I haven't mowed it for a couple of weeks, hasn't needed it. So
I was gonna ask you, like, how often do you mow your lawn? It feels like it's every other day.
I mean, spring or fall, it's every 5 to 6 days. Like when it's
Wow.
we're like we haven't gotten a ton of rain here, although it's been very humid. So usually like dead of summer, you only need it every 10 to 12 days.
Nice.
Okay.
That's great.
Can we get the chat? Can we get the stream to 1,000 likes today? What do you think? We're currently sitting at 831.
831.
Can we? You know what? I'm setting a new like goal at 933. 933.
Why?
Random.
Marble race for 100k lightning funded accounts. All right. But it's also time based. So 933 likes, and it must be 11 a.m.
11:07.
No.
You should just, but you should just always have like a vertical line at that
Or
time.
11:07. You know what? Since you said that, I'm just now gonna put one on there. 11:07. Then let's see what's gonna happen. There it is.
I hope we get a reaction there.
Actually, many times we already did. All right, Nasdaq tries to push back up to the all-time high, and ES just did. You said before the 72 level is important on ES, right, Mary? Based on book.
I see 73, 74 area. More closer to the 74 level, but we could get some if we don't get the follow through in terms of volume. Yeah, it's 63.74 has some sellers sitting there. So if we don't get the volume here, then possible rejection of that level. But yeah, 420. I mean, ES is making new all-time highs as we're kind of talking here. ES or Nasdaq still needs to clear 420.
Yeah.
So this is where we wait. But hopefully, I mean, this is where like even tomorrow would possibly be a better day to trade. Maybe not, right? Because if we continue to just like spike up to all-time highs here, now we just have this whole day's range to work with for tomorrow, which typically whenever we see a big move, the next days are a little bit choppy. They tend to be choppy because now we have this range that we got to work with, either break to the downside or break to the upside, and it just makes for a little bit trickier trading. But again, it's once we kind of break through, we obviously see momentum usually. All right, getting the buying pressure coming in here on Nasdaq.
Yeah, we're back at all-time high.
Trying to clear those orders at 420. Still not really seeing. The volume is in. The volume's coming in. The problem is there's no follow through here. I see them trying. I see them really, really going for that 420 level. Not able to clear it.
Holding, yeah.
Yeah, not able to clear it just yet. Now the selling is starting to pick up.
I mean, it's sitting right at that ugly channel.
Bulls and bears are fighting here on ES specifically. Selling volume and buying pressure is really, really high right now, which means that they're really fighting. This is going to be a strong level for us. Interesting. Yeah.
Just doesn't have the power to break it yet.
They want to go for it. Yeah, they keep pushing.
Yeah, but you know what I like about this?
It is.
Like it is pulling up the 9 EMA on the 5 minute. So
yeah, getting the volume now.
As a potential entry there.
Yeah, just push through those orders. Now 425 needs to clear, and then I don't really see any other sellers sitting up high. maybe 440. Oof.
No man's land.
It's really, yeah, it's making it very difficult to find an entry where we're sitting right now. No real good, in my opinion, like pullback that I would have been comfortable taking for a long. Not anywhere you want to short either. Like what?
No, it's literally waiting time right now.
Yeah.
Waiting time.
That's the thing too. It's like, people think, oftentimes traders think, oh, there's no way we can continue moving up. You have no idea what the market could do. Like
Yep.
I've seen everything happen. Every time you think something's going to happen or not happen, it ends up proving you wrong. So that's another thing. It's like, you got to work almost like in this gray zone where, even if it's not like, nothing's going to be 100%, that's for sure. But, whenever you kind of get some sort of setup, like even if it's not 100%, but it fits a lot of your boxes, go ahead and take it. And so for me, I wouldn't be surprised if we just kept running up today. Today was a complete trend up with no sign of reversals. Like that would not surprise me either.
Could be. Just a quick overview over the poll of how people are doing right now. 53% are green, 19% red, and 27% flat. So again, like Tradeify TV chat is killing it. 53% green. W in the chat, guys, for you. WTV chat.
425 level is trying to clear here. Some sellers sitting there, and then now we have 440 as a potential level if we clear this 425.
Yeah, guys, for all of the top, yeah, like you were just saying, Miriam, like we're only up 0.8%. Like that's a nice day, but how many times were we up or down 1 to 2 to 2.5% in the spring? Now this is not. If this wants to keep going up a ways, it could do that.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, like 500 could be on deck, right?
Uh-huh.
I mean, that's the next real psychological level that we're looking at here. ES, might be flirting with the 6,400 area too. Or not too far from there.
So I have a serious question for you, Miriam. What is your favorite Backstreet Boys song?
I would have to say Larger Than Life. That's what they open with, and it was a banger. It was a banger.
Do they I know they've got some years in now. Like, do they have like knee braces and like they have to stop for their vitamin water or their Metamucil midway through? It's
funny because you start to notice like, a little bit of changes. I guess one of the guys had a cold or something that he was battling with. And so you can just tell they were kind of struggling a little bit in some areas. I mean, the sphere is like, it's this huge dome or this huge circular venue. And so inside of it, you just have multiple projections of, basically like a big Omnimax or whatever it's called, IMAX. And so you have like such bright lights sometimes. So I'm sure they were just getting blinded. They're sitting there just staring, and especially everyone's wearing white. So it probably didn't make it any easier on them. But you could see like sometimes when they were on the Jumbotrons, their faces would just kind of squint and be like, oh, this is too much. But they're only playing 18 shows. So 18 shows, and I think they're grossing like 4 to 6 mil a show. So they're coming home with a nice profit for less than a month's worth.
Well, one of them needs it for the guy that just sued which one of them was it? Just sued the county sheriffs where he keeps his vacation home in Florida or Georgia, the Gulf Coast there, because too many of the riffraff were getting out on his beach. So he's suing the sheriffs to keep people off his beach.
Not on my beach.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah, but it was a great show. Definitely a great show.
Yeah, I remember reading about them. Oh, poor little millionaire doesn't have his private beach. Oh no. Yeah, it was like the language. It was like your publicist didn't vet this, did they?
Right. Yeah. You didn't run this through your agents.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm not a huge like concert person either. I'm not like, I don't like being in loud, super loud, crowded environments, and just not my cup of tea. Maybe, once I turned like 25, I was just like, yeah, I'm good. I aged really quickly there, but
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
I
got to be the right.
definitely,
I don't like going to big. Like I prefer smaller venues.
yeah,
I don't
yeah.
care how loud they are. I just prefer smaller venues. So
Yeah, I like my peace and quiet, but there was a homegirl next to me who was just like like this kind of screams that come from like the back of the throat, the ones
Mhm.
that you really have to force out, like almost like the guttural ones where if you're being chased by a bear, that's the kind of scream that you would give. And yeah, I'm partially deaf, like I said, on my left
This is
ear.
going to be an interesting candle right here. If we're halfway through the candle, just about halfway through this candle. If we don't push back up above 420 to 430, this could be a multi-wick rejection up here about the 415 to 420 level. So I'm going to be very curious to that. Again, guys, you're at new all-time highs, right? By definition, buying up here is chasing, and by definition, it's whatever the inverse of trying to catch the falling knife is if you're selling. So I would like to see a 30, 40 point pullback, or let's just explode to the upside, one way or the other.
Yeah, I mean, this 425 area is still coming into play here, even on book maps. I mean, we've been saying this though. Every sort of pullback is getting bought on both futures here. So it's just a little, it's one of those where you just have to be extra patient too. And for me, I'm just not a huge fan of initiating along when we're so close to these all-time highs. I mean, yeah, you can play the pullbacks into the 9 EMAs or even like these key levels. But, for me, I would probably go into it very lightly in those cases, just because you don't really know where it's possibly going to run to. Right now, 425 is key resistance on ES. That 374 area, even though we haven't touched it yet, is also going to be a resistance zone. So, for me, I would love to see a nice pullback. I'm not even talking about, something to the EMAs. I want to see a break of, for example, this trend line, a break of this 9 EMA. I think that would give us a nice potential move to a 50% retracement, in which case then we can analyze and see what would be a good trade to take there. But we don't have any more news coming out today. We don't really have any sort of things that we're anticipating from a fundamental perspective. So really, this is all for the most part technical here.
Absolutely.
I think 400 would be the next key area for us to look at holding here, which is so crazy to even say, because not too long ago I was taking my profits at 315 and very happy with that.
Well, yeah, for a traditional like go market, we would need to pull back about 20, 30 points, probably right about to the 400, maybe a little below, and then base and just shoot back up. We get down to 400 and then push back above 410. I think we're making, again, new all-time highs, probably 440, 450 on deck at that point.
Yeah. But I
That
think
would
these
also be 9 EMA there on the 5-minute.
Well, I think it's also like when I look at days like this, it makes it interesting to see how we're going to be trading the next few days. Like I said, whenever we get big moves in the market, and again, we still have so much day left. It's not even like we're barely an hour into the day here. But whenever we get these big moves, it kind of makes me think about what the rest of the week is going to look like. I mean, typically Mondays you don't really see big moves like this, but for me, I would be looking at the range, right? Like what are we working with in terms of now, the current high is going to be this 425, but we really did open at close to these 250s. So it's about 150 points that we're dealing with, getting some selling pressure coming in here.
Had to happen at some point.
Yeah, finally.
We haven't had two red candles together all day. So let's see. We got 4 minutes left on this one.
Lots of selling coming in here. Let's see,
That's
400.
good. I mean, that's basically the only way to set up a decent trade at this point is a pullback. I'm still not going short up here, but we can pull back again, retest 400. We kind of are, and then let's see where we go.
Yes, right perfectly to that 9 EMA here. NASDAQ actually not even to the 9 EMA, just nice to the trend line.
Oh. Yeah, and basically the 400 level, 402.
Yeah.
I would have liked to see a 9 EMA touch on NQ for long.
I feel like ES is pretty respective of the 9 EMA, or at least has been lately. You can see like every pullback we would get right to the 9. That's the nice thing about trading ES too, because I feel like, you know, if you with futures, your entries are really what's going to help you become a great trader. You know, being patient for those solid entries. You know, nothing that's going to take you out like 30 plus points, right? But you want to see, you know, if you can get these good entries, which I've been noticing on ES have been really, really clean. ES for me, like a good entry would be like a 3-point stop at most. Sometimes if you get a good entry on ES, you don't even have a drawdown, which is, you know, I feel like these entries are a lot easier to predict on ES rather than NASDAQ. Because NASDAQ, you know, you have the volatilities there, obviously, which is something a lot of traders favor. But you know, you have the potential, you run the potential of needing a wider stop, which with ES, you know, you're a little bit more flexible. It's going to be a slower move, of course, but it's a lot more flexible when it comes to that. So let's see if we hold this right now. 400 is holding on NASDAQ.
For now, at least.
Yeah, curious to see what kind of candle we put in on the 1 hour. Especially if we, you know, place something up here, like some sort of supply zone, even on the 30-minute. This would be clean. Like if we get like a red basing candle and then just another crazy move to the downside. I mean, that would be our clear supply sitting there. But right now, really testing this 400 level on the NASDAQ. Yes, still
now we're
holding
coming down to the 9 EMA on the NASDAQ.
I would say I would even call it like 396. You can see the top of this wick of this opening candle here on the 30-minute. Should we do? People are saying we should do another marbles race so we can dump the market.
For the dump? Yeah, well, I mean, we are going to do another marbles race, actually even 2, but you have to smash the like button, guys. We're not doing marbles race.
What was your target? 933.
933. So 53 more likes, guys. Just smash that like button really quick if you haven't already. It costs you nothing, but gives you the opportunity to win one of 2 100K Lightning funded accounts. All right. This is the new branding for the straight to funded accounts, if you don't know.
Lightning funded.
Yeah, we're kind of through that opening hour. We've got a few minutes past that. It'd be interesting if we just kind of base out. I'd love for us to base around the 400 level for 10, 15 minutes, and then get a nice, maybe a nice buying wick on a candle. Nice little bullish doji there, and then let's push higher.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we've seen our last highs of the day.
No, I mean, at this point, if it doesn't turn around, then yeah, I would expect higher pushes here.
We are forming a little bit of a very small trend line on NQ on the 1 minute. So I like that. For if we get a push a bit lower to around the 396 area and then break that trend line on the 1 minute, that would be nice.
Be nice.
Would be nice. Very nice.
Let's see what we do at this 400 area.
Mad stock going crazy, huh?
Yeah.
What's
I don't
happening?
know. Somebody's walking by. I got to check the cameras.
Testing this 396 area here. Let's see if we hold. ES also right at its 9 EMA. This is where I would possibly look to go long with a stop right below the 75 area.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. You're planning to enter this, Mary?
I'm considering it. Doing like one mini and then a stop below like Yeah, like I would say like 73 would be my stop.
I like that. I like it, yeah.
Still haven't pulled the trigger here.
It's not really reacting too much to it.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, I don't love this. I don't absolutely love it, but again, it's kind of like, it's one of those things that I talked about, like you're working in a gray area, you know, you're not going to love every setup, but you got to ask yourself, why would I enter long here? You know, why would someone, for example, go short here, right? Why would I take the opposite trade? That's something I always try to ask myself. Like if I'm really trying to convince myself of being biased for a certain trade, if it doesn't already align with like every single area of confluence, like I would ask myself, all right, what reasons would I have to go short? And if I can't find any good reasons to go short here, then, you know, for me, that tends to give me a better indication that the long is in play. But you got to be honest with yourself too. That's why I always talk through all my trades out loud. But then again, it's like, what would invalidate this trade, right? For me, invalidation would be below the 75 area. So that's why I would say, like, you know, the opening range, obviously for me would be probably a better area to go long potentially. But, you know, that would also depend on what kind of candles we're getting here. So this candle, we are getting some selling coming in here.
Yeah, coming down to the plus one standard deviations, about 388. Yeah, cool traders. I've seen you say the same thing in chat about 400 times today. So yes, we see that. We don't have the power to do all that. So I certainly hope we can Tradeify can provide services in your country, but we're pretty low on the totem pole as far as that's concerned. We're just here to talk you through the market. So just please stop spamming the chat with that. I'd really appreciate that. Also, keep in mind, some of the countries, I know this from past experience in the industry, some countries that aren't allowed is not because the company doesn't want it, it's because the exchanges and, you know, if you eventually be in a live account, they don't sponsor in that country. So it's really not on us. You need to talk to your government.
Kind of actually like, I like the long more on ES rather than NQ.
ES looks cleaner.
Yeah,
I would want to see that trend line break first on the 1 minute on NQ. Just like to have double confirmation that this is actually happening.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't entered anything yet.
No, me neither.
30 seconds left on this candle.
Waiting.
Here. I think if we open, for me, I don't like it even more if we open below 400, which it's looking like we probably will. ES still holding though. ES still looks good. I think as long as ES holds 66, which got about 10 seconds here. Yeah, they're holding it.
There's some liquidity layered up in there. We're right at the +1 standard dev here at about 290. 390, excuse me.
You could also retest the 50-minute opening range.
Very well could, yeah. Yeah, we're definitely, you know, we had our move. You know, there was a few opportunities within that move, as quick as they may have been. But again, this is revenge trading works two ways, guys, right? Like you can revenge trade because you just took a loss. Or, I mean, revenge trading FOMO, really the terminology on some levels is irrelevant, right? Like if you're upset you missed the long move earlier, and so now you're just trying to get in as soon as there's been a pullback, which I do think there may be an opportunity coming, but if you're, you know, front running your own opportunity, that's revenge trading too. So be very, very careful.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm hovering over the trigger on ES here, just because I do like ES's chart a lot better. I would have liked my entry a little bit closer to that 60, like right at 66.50. Right now we're just kind of getting away from that, but I would have set a stop on ES. That's another thing, because my stop would have been like no more than 3 points on that with a target of clearing those highs. I'm just starting to see that volume's kind of dropping a little bit, which could be an indication that we are setting up for a bigger move. So something else to consider.
Matt, anything you're looking at?
Yeah, I
Any
mean,
level?
I'm just looking at this +1 standard deviation here and see if we break down below the band or above the band. So the bottom part of the band, it's 0.1 tolerance band, is 385. The upper is 397. So there's really nothing to do for me right here until and unless we get a push back above 400.
Fair enough. That would actually be the trend line break on the 1 minute. So with double confluence there.
Oh, lots of selling coming in here on ES now. Let's see.
Are you already in?
No, I didn't take
okay.
it. No. I was trying to wait and see what we were gonna do at these levels. I'm not in love with the long anymore here. We are starting to break these areas. I think the level for me on ES that I would look for us to continue through is this 360, call it 362. And then NASDAQ would be below 370, breaking the opening range.
Yeah, that would be the opening range I was just about to say.
Otherwise, this is kind of the line in the sand for me right now. I want to see if ES can hold, make a higher low.
Yeah, just pulling back a little bit, but not. I wouldn't say we're pulling back with any sort of conviction. We're just sort of gradually running orders.
Watch it dump right as you said that.
Yeah, there's still some good liquidity up to 370. So yeah, it absolutely could do that. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Just hopefully give us some opportunities to the long side here. I don't know that there's anything before 400. I think if 400, we'll test it. But we're going to need a little divergence away from 400 to the upside. I think we can get 5-10 points above that. I think new all-time highs will be on deck yet again.
Yep. We are touching that 1 minute trend line now. On NQ.
I'm not convinced.
Now we need a strong push through that and the 400s. And then we could debate along.
Might be. If they're going to do it, they better do it right here.
Better do it now.
ES needs to get back above 68 now.
I tried, Matt. I tried.
I was going to say, stay in your lane.
Okay, Dad. Hey, Jeff, if it's best for us to just call it a day, you're not going to get a marble race. So should we really? Should we really?
Not liking where ES is opening these candles at.
You know the market action isn't out, like great when even little DGen doesn't have anything on right now.
Yeah.
We did get a really nice long today though, so can't complain. We're sitting at 913 likes, so 20 more for marble race, where we're gonna give away 2 100k lightning funded accounts.
Nice.
20 likes.
Yeah, hopefully, I know a few people are in the chat are short on this move right now, which I hope you get the move. I don't know where you shorted at, which that's a ballsy play there, but yeah, definitely getting the move. I mean, this trend line breaking, this is just here for visual purposes, not necessarily something that I would have taken. I actually wouldn't have taken this. This is not a play that I would take, especially considering where the 9 EMA is sitting and the levels that we're still kind of flirting with right now is the 400, because here is where I would expect some buying to start happening. So for me, I'm not like long, I'm not short. I'm just waiting for bulls and bears to fight it out and see where we go, because we did hold this, technically this 86 area. You can see on this candle right here, we had a nice push up resistance, and then we broke above it, and then it held support for now. But yeah, I would expect a move back up to break highs here. If we don't do it, then we're just going to be chopping around. This is going to be the area that we just chop around in. And we kind of did see this in the previous sessions as well. Let me kind of go back here and show you guys. I mean, this happened on was it Friday? Maybe not Friday, but it was definitely on Thursday. You guys can see we made a nice run up on Thursday, and then for the last like couple hours, we really just consolidated and didn't really do much. I think this happened as well on.
Happens a lot, actually.
Yeah, this happened also on Monday, on the 14th. I mean, you guys can see nice move up, and then just kind of pitter pattered throughout the rest of the day. So this could be another reiteration of that, where now we're just hovering between, say, call it like 370 to 424.
Yeah, rejection of that 400 level here.
Yeah. I would have thought it would push through now, but.
Well, like I said, it's not just it's a mistake I made so many times as a younger trader, but both in experience and age. You like want to go long, like in this situation, like right at 400, or even maybe a point or two before to front run it a little bit. But it really needs that confirmation, especially because we made we didn't get super close to it. We made a little bit of a run on the last candle. It's got to get that divergence from that area. It not only needs to get to 400, it's got to push at least maybe about 5 points above. Again, our 5-minute ATR for all of this, guys, is still 17. That's really low. Considering this market action, I would have told you it was 30 or higher, and it's just not. So
what would you say is a sweet spot for that in terms of getting good volatility, good movement?
I really like it in the high 20s, low 30s. So like 28 to 33 is really good, because again, in theory, that's how much the NQ is the range of each 5-minute candle. That's an oversimplification, but that's basically what it is. Yeah. So, you want to get 20, 30, 40 point winners. And when you're right, you don't need a ton of time for that to happen. In theory, to get a 30-point move right now, you got to wait 2 candles. So, I mean, we've seen on this show, there's not, we can be patient, and we've all done it, but typically you're not seeing us hold trades for 10, 15 minutes.
Right. Yeah, totally. Yeah. I mean, when would you say was the last time that we were in that ATR range?
Most days we have been. Today's a little bit of an outlier. Yeah,
today feels very, very low for that.
It's been an I don't want to say weird, because weird implies things I mean, it was a little unexpected, the violence of this push up, but it's an interesting day of price action. Yeah,
it very much is. I mean, again, this is why you have your setups, right? You have what could go either direction. I wasn't expecting, even as for my bullish moves, I wasn't expecting this sort of action. I was expecting, if we were going to be bullish, to make new all-time highs. I just didn't expect that it would be, another 100+ points above all-time highs. So, definitely.
Who could have known, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. You never know. You never know what the market's going to give you.
Very true.
And never expect it to do something that you don't think it's going to do. That's something that, like, you just have to have an open mind when it comes to the market, and just be like, all right, that's what we're getting. And just trade what you see.
Very much so. We actually did reach the like count of the goal of 933 likes. So we are going to do another marbles race. Again, this one is going to be for 200K Lightning funded accounts. We're going to do, again, first place gets one, and last place to actually cross the finish line gets one. Once I drop the keyword in the chat here, guys, please only type it once. And before you do, like the stream, you subscribe to the channel, and that's the way how you get to participate. I'm still waiting for Drew to confirm the keyword really quick, but once that's confirmed, I'm going to drop it, which is now. So the keyword, because I want to test this marble race indicator once more, is marble dump. One word. Marble dump.
Get
Good
your
luck,
shorts ready.
everyone. Get your shorts ready. Your sunflower shorts.
Watch this be like a massive dump now.
I imagine it just pumps.
It's
Yeah,
coiling up. Again, we're seeing those orders tightening in around the price action. So it's getting ready for its next move.
Yeah. Yeah, these 5-minute bars have been pretty small on NQ here.
All right. Little DJ here in the background chat just said he's actually going to use the marble race indicator from now on. So every time the race starts, he's going to short 1 micro. And then let's see where it takes us. So 1 micro short once he pulls up the race and actually drops the marbles.
Oh my God, I would lose it.
Imagine that becomes a profitable trading strategy. Imagine.
Yeah. People
never
would just
know.
be streaming in for that. That would get shut down quick by the SEC.
Not this SEC. Absolutely not.
Oh man.
I mean, we may have to make a donation to a few political campaigns, but we can make that happen.
Yeah. We'll just make sure we dump the market roll.
Yeah. Nick, little Nicky, Z is right. Be a man. Use 1 mini.
Dang. Be a man.
He actually said be a real DJ, but
Brett, please don't see the stream.
well, I think he's in the chat. We're fucked. Yep, we're fucked. Officially.
Brett just comes in saying he's short.
He comes in and says he's short of 10 minis.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a starter position.
Yeah.
Gotta start somewhere, you know? All right, Drew, once we have 300 people in here, feel free to pull up the race. And once you drop the marbles, Nick, that is when you start your short. And by the way, guys, this is not financial advice. All right. Let's see it. The Ropham. Dump it.
That's a
All right.
scary dude. So scary looking.
Nick is now in a short, I hope.
You know, you were the one touting this, Nick. I think you are fired if this trade doesn't finish green.
This is coming out of your
Wait
paycheck.
a minute. He suggested this.
Never let the facts get in the way of a good story.
Okay, he shorted at 393.75. He's 1 point in profit. Let's go.
Oh, I am dead.
Actually, if it gets below 90,
This actually looks good.
Okay, we close at the end of the race. No matter what it does, I like it.
This actually could be setting up for a good short.
Telling you.
Oh my God, you guys.
Cody went short with 5 MNQ on an eval.
Guys, this isn't financial advice.
All right, we got a winner. So Nick gotta close this trade in like 1 point profit or so. Lee, you just won 100k Lightning funded account. Make sure to type something in the chat so we see you're there. I'm gonna tag you really quick. And then who was the last one? Drew, can you go back into the leaderboard and give us the last one? All right, Bob Decker. Bob Decker, you also won 100k Lightning funded account. Congrats, guys. Make sure to type something in the chat really quick. And then also add your email addresses to your YouTube channel description so we can reach out to you and send you your free accounts. Congrats, guys. We're gonna do another marbles race later with a race for 2 150K Lightning funded accounts. Okay, so this shit is gonna get exciting. Make sure you stay tuned for that. Stay in the stream.
So in the spirit of the marbles, I actually took a small short at 87.
Nice.
I'm going to set my stop up at 405. And profit target will be, let's see here.
Hey, be careful, 1107 candle now.
Yeah, that's true.
Uh-oh.
My initial profit target I'm going to set down at 360. I actually got just hosed on an entry, and this is a live account, so they sought me out on that one. So initial break, I really need to see it back below the 87 level. If we pop back above 90, I'm in trouble. But I think we got a little room to the downside
Nice,
here.
yeah.
Ooh, yeah. Yes. Or I'm sorry, if NASDAQ can clear these 75s, that's where the orb is sitting.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, little Nikki, you should have held on. You should have held that trade.
I'm telling you, marble race indicator.
We
where the
should
money
really
is.
put that on TradingView somehow.
That's where the money is.
Yes, it's really holding here. That's the only thing.
Yeah, still in that range.
It's a nice trend line here.
Actually, as far as I heard, we are gonna have background Nick, Lil Degen come on in about 7 minutes here on Tradeify TV. So, chat, do we want to see Lil Degen in the stream?
The answer is yes.
The options are yes, yes, sir, and for
Or hell
sure. We want to see his pants. Wait a minute. He doesn't have pants on. He did naked jumping
Oh.
jacks for the marble race.
That's
That's
okay.
Tradeify After Dark content there.
It was for the marble race, guys. Just the jumping jacks.
You never know who's
Your clothes
wearing
on for
pants and not.
Oh man. Sorry, Matt. What was your target on these?
I'm playing for down to the 65 to 60 area. I got to see kind of how we move down to that. Let's see if we clear this 75, 72 liquidity. I set my stop about 403 because I think if we crack above 400, I really want this candle to finish a little bearish than it is. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what this. I'm patient on. It's just one mini. It's just a small position. This is one of those trades, guys, where and you know I talk about these. I think it has a smaller chance to be successful, but I think it has a really good risk reward.
Fair enough.
That's kind of that's going back to like one of the lessons we got from Tank. Probably one of the first 2 lessons that we got of, you know, what kind of trader are you? Are you someone who, you know, kind of you're trader A where you don't need a lot of confirmation, but your potential for that trade to play out is a lot higher. So your win rate might be smaller, but you know, you're shooting for those bigger trades. Your profit ratio is bigger. And in these cases, like sometimes I call those contrarian trades because, you know, the potential is super high, but maybe the confirmation is a lot less. But in those cases, right, you set your stops and you know what your risk is on those trades. And if it plays out, it plays out. If it doesn't, then no harm, no foul.
Yep, that's exactly it.
True.
Guys, apparently from what I've been told too, we are only 14 likes from 1,000. Like,
Damn,
so
I see 11 now. 11.
we're almost there. Dang.
Almost.
Yeah, I think that 400 is going to be key for us to hold below if you're in a short. The only thing is just ES just looks like it wants to go for a new high here.
Yeah. Well, let's see.
Because it's, and that's the thing that I talk about too when we're trading is like on ES I would go long, but on NQ I'm more biased towards the short. So get the move here. See if 400 still is resistance.
I would also say let's bring our one and only background Nick, little DGen on here.
Lil DGen.
Chat, can we get a welcome little DGen in the chat? I would love that. If we get enough of those.
What's up, little
Get him
DJ?
on. Don't need the background yet.
I see him. He's ready with his tight pants and everything.
He's always ready. He's always ready. All right. I think the chat is ready for you. So yeah, let's bring him on. Let's bring Lil DGen on.
Pew, 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 pew.
We still need that
don't
sound
do
effect.
that.
There he is. Let's go.
What's up, guys?
Nicky?
How we doing? We almost banked on that marble
Man.
short.
Almost.
It's
was
gonna be
close.
one
I was
that
rooting for it.
we're gonna have to get you on one micro every single time we announce a marbles race. It's just that's what it is.
No,
Even
we're
if the
doing
market's
we're gonna
at
do a
all-time
full
highs.
day.
We're shorting.
Full porting the house account every marbles race.
We're
Have
putting
to.
on a full mini every single time. As long as
okay.
Brett doesn't message me, then we should be okay. I'm a little
Nice.
nervous about that one.
Well.
Are you
I
still in
heard,
that trade, Matt? Sorry.
I am, yeah.
Okay.
About 403 is my stop.
All right. Well, good to have you on here, Lil Nicky. Congrats again on the engagement. That was
Thank you.
amazing. None of us knew
That was-
about it, by the way.
What's that?
I said none of us knew about it. You kept that well under wraps. You kept that
That was
tighter
just
than your pants.
You did.
Yeah, it was chaotic leading up to it. The ring wasn't going to be ready. They almost had the wrong cut. They didn't do the right setting. And we were leaving from Montana Friday morning, and my mom had to go pick up the ring for me at like evening Thursday. And it was the guy just got there with it. So it was chaotic leading up to it. But
Like,
it
I
worked
feel
out.
that's one of the few circumstances that like you should go full Karen on them. They screw up that much on a ring. You like.
No, I was almost the opposite. I was like, please, it's all good. Just get me the ring. I don't care. I just want the ring before I leave. So we had it.
Yeah.
Well, it all worked out. So congrats.
It did. Thank
Were
you.
you planning this for a while?
No. Like we had always talked about doing it in like the fall, and it just worked out that we were going to Montana, and we've always wanted to do a proposal with the mountains in the background. And so I figured if I planned another mountain trip later in the fall, it would be too easy for her to know. And so I just tried to catch her off surprise, told her the ring wasn't ready. I told her I'd give her 3 weeks heads up so her nails were ready.
Yeah, you gotta get the nails ready.
Yeah, they weren't, which I was stressing about. So we had her sister brought some press-on nails. So we had that all figured out. Yeah.
You know, Miriam, you asked him if he had planned this out. You have a front row seat to his decision making on a day-to-day basis here. That's I feel like you should be like insulted at that question. No, I'm just surprised you planned it to the degree you did. I just thought you like woke up one morning and just said fuck it and drove to the jewelry
Said, I'm just
store.
gonna do it.
Yeah. Why not?
Now he puts a thought into this one.
Okay, all right.
I know. I can't believe I asked that, but I
was too
thought
nervous for
maybe,
it.
but well, congrats again. It was a beautiful proposal. The ring is amazing.
Thank you,
We're
thank
excited
you.
for you. We're excited for you. Do you have a date set yet, or are we talking too soon?
Well, I mean, considering like how early you've got to get venues, it'll be sometime next fall, ideally. Somewhere between like August, September area, but we'll see. Because I know venues just book up so fast, so hopefully it's
they
not
do.
too hard trying to find one.
Are we live streaming from the wedding?
He's
Oh, we
full
better.
I think
forty
we should go live for a minute.
from the altar.
We definitely should.
That's awesome.
Oh, cool. Tanner is we went to Big Fork, Montana. I didn't know he lived there. That would have been cool. Best tour.
Dang, you got to go back now.
I want to go. Montana was beautiful.
Was that your first time?
I've been to I've been to Utah, Colorado, and then Maine are like the big mountain areas that I've been to, or national parks. But I think Montana was probably my favorite.
Okay. Yeah,
Nice.
I've heard Montana is beautiful with the sceneries, but never been.
I recommend it big time. And we traded pretty well while we were there. So CPI was obviously over that week.
That's right. You did crush it last week. Congrats. on
It's
that.
funny. Why do I think that's what you're going to remember 20 years from now? Not like, oh, it was a beautiful proposal. Man, I supported the shit out of that
proposal.
CPI.
Yeah, pretty much. It was funny because I was able to play off me being stressed going on this trip as the fact that CPI was going to be on that Tuesday and it was going to be a big CPI for me. So if I seemed nervous at all, it was easy for me just to kind of throw it on that. And it made sense. She was like, oh my gosh, she's like, I'm so nervous too. So that worked out.
And Cody, know that Nick's not the next. So I'm getting married in one month from tomorrow. So yeah,
Woo!
That
we've
is the
already-
next
Oh,
one.
hell yeah.
this is the summer of love at Tradeify, baby.
No pressure, Nick. That's what-
Yeah, well, you increased that pressure now. Little Nick. Dang it.
Sorry, man. I had
I hope your
to.
girlfriend doesn't watch the stream. So.
Well, I literally just checked the chat, actually.
He's like, shit, she's not watching, is she?
I tried to add her, and so she's not in here. So I'm like, okay.
Okay,
Make
all right,
sure
all right.
you boot the cats to her room.
You do look like you're sweating a little more than usual. Are you on the treadmill right now, Nick?
Tough.
Oh, that's great.
Hey Nick,
Well-
I heard you have some numbers for us.
Some numbers? Like
Yeah.
lotto numbers?
No, like not a lot of numbers, but the actual live trader numbers for this week. For
Drew,
last
if you
week.
wanna pull up, yeah, that would be from last Friday. It'd be at least we've had some huge payouts in last week. It's crazy seeing some of the live trader payouts because these are literally happening daily, which kind of blows my mind at how some of these guys are trading. So I mean, kudos to all of them. Obviously they've made it there because they're damn good at what they do, but it's really fun seeing them succeed day to day, and the money that we pay out is just, it's awesome. It's really cool.
Nice. I want to see it. I want
Drew,
to see
I-
it.
There we
Let's
go.
do it.
Nice.
Yeah, so that was last Friday, right?
Wow.
Yeah, we had some big ones, and it's funny because we captured the top 5, that being Tommy, Jacob, Justin, Connor, and Byron, but we have so many that are like just below that threshold that I almost want to do like a top 30 just to show how many of the live traders are actually banking day by day. But our top 5 crushed it to end the week on Friday. Obviously, we had our biggest P&L being 6,200, which is insane. These guys aren't full porting. We have risk settings that keep them from doing it, and they're just hitting 50, 100-point trades, and it's honestly very impressive.
That's awesome.
So our top 5 crushed it last Friday.
Big.
Nice. very
Nice.
nice.
That's awesome.
amazing. Well, we want to see. We've been doing some giveaways, so we want to see some of you guys on here. The people that have been getting these giveaways, especially the ones we know which ones have been getting multiple of these giveaways as well. So we want to see you guys on this leaderboard as well too. So, and I think Brett even said he'll double the first payout.
Yep.
Right.
He did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
He did.
That'd be cool seeing some of you guys hit some payouts and then move to live.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, these were our top 5 payouts from last week. 6,000, 4,800, all the way down to 3,000. And again, we see like 2,000, 3,000 every day from some of these traders. So just because one of their top payouts is 6,000, they may have gotten 3,000, 4,000 on another day that week. So it's truly impressive. I think going over these numbers day by day is just going to bring some perspective to what it's like being in the live program. And overall just how successful the live program has been from like a risk management perspective. Coach Tank, we've seen a lot of improvement when we have sessions with Coach Tank and then they go back into trading. So it's exciting, and we got some cool things coming for the Tradeify live program. There's a teaser of it on the website called Tradeify Elite. So a lot of cool stuff in the pipeline for live, but exciting to see these guys, trade every day and just keep killing it.
Nice.
That's amazing.
That's sick. That's really cool to see.
Yeah, it's awesome. And then we should have a refreshed leaderboard tomorrow. We've been having issues with NinjaTrader giving us up-to-date information that we're able to pull. So hopefully tomorrow we can go through our top 10.
Nice.
Yeah, be down.
Really nice.
Big things at Tradeify going on here, Nick. But we got the new website. There's some more things coming down the pipe. We've got some regular guests on Tradeify TV. Starting tomorrow with Joey Morgan coming back. So boy, this is the time to be a part of Tradeify Nation.
Yeah, it's a crazy time to be part of Tradeify and in general. I mean, from Tradeify TV, the website, new things that we're going to be launching for Tradeify very soon. I don't want to say anything I'm not supposed to, but there's some really cool updates coming. Actually, I'm just gonna stop there. I'm so bad at that. Like I'll end up like if I'm telling somebody about a TV show, I'll say like how exciting it is, and then be like, oh man, somebody, and then just ruin it. So
And just ruin everything.
I'm just gonna stop right there. We got some really cool shit coming.
Nice.
It's so hard not to say anything when so many things are getting updated. Like with Tradeify, literally every single day we hear like, hey, this is coming, this is coming, this is coming, this is coming. It's like, oh shit. I need to shut my mouth now.
Yeah, our roadmap's pretty jam-packed. So it'll be fun. It's always fun when we're releasing new stuff. I know Brett loves it because he'll just give away stuff when we release new things, but it's exciting. I think the team here is really innovating, and our year roadmap is wild, but even just the next few months is really cool.
Nice. Yeah, looking forward to it. Really looking forward to it.
Market really has not moved since
since
our
Matt
marble
entered
space.
that short.
It's just hanging out there.
ES is trying to push back up to the all-time high. NQ, not so much.
Yeah, the longer we hold this area, the better it looks for a run to a new intraday high. In fact, I would say I won't say guaranteed, of course, but I'd say that is very likely if we crack 400 again.
Could be. I was just laughing about C's comment there.
Yeah. I think that was a marketing play. So
Of course it was.
I'll probably do it. Yeah. There's no way.
Go for it.
Maybe I'll post something later that gives away what we're doing in the next couple months.
All right. Let's see. Are you eyeing any trades for today, or are you locked out?
I'm done. After that first trade this morning,
that was a nice long.
I'm impressed by myself on the not FOMOing into another trade, even though it probably would have worked because we've only gone up today. But
Nar, the trade I'm in is literally on your screen right now. So yes, I wouldn't color me optimistic about it right now, but yes, the trade is right there. Actually, another break of 380. I think we hit. I don't know if we get all the way down to my PT, but we'll probably get 60 on deck on a break of 80, and I think we're gonna have new highs on deck on a break of about 400, 405. So I have my stop set about 403. Yeah. I probably would only break that stop to break even if we got below 370, but I am planning on this trade being stopped out, but I'm not adjusting anything at this point.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair play.
Yeah, tomorrow will be interesting after we hit all-time highs. It was interesting how you guys had mentioned that where after we have a move like this where we break through all-time highs, we just kind of have like barcode, back and forth for the rest of the week.
Yeah,
I'm really hoping that's not the case because I will get torched, but I have a feeling that will be the case.
I think it's going to be a good week. I really do. I think we're going to see. I don't know. I don't want to call like new all-time highs on a daily basis like the summer of 2020 again, but like I think there's just a lot going on right now. There's going to be chunks of time where the market just does what it's been doing for like the last half hour, and then there's going to be whole hours where we just get into big trends. I think it's this first 4-hour candle of the week is just there's got to be a response to it, right? Whether that's a partial or full retracement of the candle or a break to the high side. There's a candle light on this, whether it's the 1 hour or the 4 hour, it has to be responded to in some way, shape, or form.
No, I actually do like it more when we make new all-time highs and then the following week, if it goes sideways, for me that works better, honestly. You know what else really cool to see? I just realized we have over 1,000 likes in this stream. Let's go.
Very nice.
That's crazy. Some of these numbers have been insane. I mean, 16,500 subs, viewers that were having the likes. It's really cool.
That's good to
Chat's
see.
killing
So thank you, chat. Thank you for being here.
I mean, it's clearly because of the great hair care tips I give out on stream every day. So let's credit where the credit is due here.
Yeah, Matt. So much for stay in your lane, huh?
We do another marbles race. I'm gonna short, or I'll short with the mini. I can't believe that it like half worked out. I mean, we made $30, but
see,
we're gonna make an indicator.
Don't spend it all at once.
Wait, did you short one mini?
Yeah, we shorted a full mini.
Oh, I thought it was a micro.
Well, initially it was a micro, but somebody called me out and said I needed to up the size. So I'm easily peer pressured.
Yeah, apparently.
Well, you made $30, so does it work so far? Yes.
So far, we are 1 for 1. We have 100%.
You definitely have to stay on for the next marble race then.
I like it.
So what should we make the like goal for the next marble race? Currently sitting at 1,004.
I mean, that's just crazy. We're at 1,000. I was gonna say 1,000. I didn't realize we hit 1,000.
Well, we're gonna give them an easy goal. Let's make it 1,033. This is 1,033, but we make it time based as well. So it's not gonna happen right now. It's gonna happen in like, I don't know, 15 minutes.
20 more likes. I like it.
11:45. 1,033 likes. Gonna do another marbles race. Marbles.
Yeah, interesting area. I mean, we're just kind of consolidating below 400 and right about at this +1 standard dev. Again, despite the trade I have on right now, a lot of this favors a run back up to another high.
Yeah, ES just tried to make a new high, but got rejected at the all-time high. So let's see. Rooting for you, Matt.
Not that long trade.
Yeah, already has been.
Well, unless Trump tweets something.
I entered this about on the 10:05 candle, so it's been about 20 minutes.
Wait, 11:05 then, huh?
Yeah, I was in this at 11:07 and it couldn't. I thought I'd be stopped out at that point or hit my profit target.
Well, 11:07 candle today wasn't as brutal as usual. Kishan, let's do 5 accounts this time. Sure, man. Are you going to sponsor some?
Come on, Nick. You'd be generous. These don't come out of our paychecks. They come out of little degens.
Dude says be generous when we give away 2 150K lightning funded accounts. Come on.
It's quite a bit. I don't know if Brett will be happy with some of these giveaways this week, but we have to celebrate the new site.
Is it Brett or Vinny? Because usually Brett comes on and he had the most we've given away on stream was Brett was on stream and Vinny was on an airplane without Wi-Fi.
Yeah, it is Vinny. I think I don't know if Vinny's watching this right now, so hopefully he's not either.
Well, yeah.
I need both of them to stop watching. It's like getting your parents' credit card and being told you can go shopping and only spend like $50, but
they forget to call the company and put a new limit on the card.
Yeah,
like, right? 5,000.
You get to some point, it's like, well, easier to apologize than ask permission.
True.
So true.
Hey, Mr. T, we already gave away 3 25k ones. We already gave away 2 50k ones. We already gave away 2 100k ones. And now we got to do the 2 150k ones as well. We're sitting currently at, let's see, 1022. So 1033, and it must be 1145. That's when we do the work.
Possibly, no follow through on this, which that wouldn't be a good look. Nasdaq's still struggling above this 400. So if we can't make another push up and hold above these all-time highs on ES, I think Nasdaq will continue to fail breaking above 400 here.
Mm-hmm.
Be great timing if it fails when we run marbles.
Yep, that would be perfect.
Hey, are you going to take another micro?
No, he actually took
mini.
a mini. He took a
Oh,
mini.
you're doing minis now?
Yeah. Someone called me out for not using enough.
You
So.
took
His
that one
crackhead
personal,
ass is
too.
doing minis. Come on, man. He doesn't know what micros are.
Yeah.
Unless
got my
they're
name
in
for a
increments
reason.
of 20.
He's like, MNQ, what the hell is that?
Oh, man. That's great. All right. Well, maybe we should run one then.
Yeah, but we're going to do it at 45.
Okay. All right.
We're 4 likes away from our target.
4 likes away and 13 minutes away.
Okay,
What do you
go
want
ahead
to do
and
it
run
earlier?
these marbles so it'll help my short out.
Should we help? Should we help Matt and run the marbles earlier?
Nah, that's all right. I was just kidding. This thing's probably cooked either way, so I'm not too worried about it.
2 more likes. Matt, the marbles might save you.
We'll
Jack
see.
gets the 2 more likes. We might.
Actually, if we
Hold
get
up.
back below 390, I really like this trade. We're in the middle of no man's land here. We can't really crack above 400. We can't really crack below 390. But if we get a little bit of a push below 390, I'm in really good shape.
Well,
Hit
Nick,
it.
do you want to do it at 1033 likes regardless of time?
I think we do it.
Because we
Yeah.
just hit that.
I'm ready. I'm ready to
Type it.
short.
Nick, type a keyword in the background chat for Drew. Whatever you want.
Yeah, what a consolidation range we're just sitting in here.
Mm. All right, I like it. I like it. So
Totally
as soon as Drew confirms, I'm gonna instruct people how to take part. Actually, I can do that already. So we are gonna do a marble race for 2 150k lightning funded accounts. The way how you participate is you have to like the stream, you have to be subscribed to the channel, and once we drop the keyword, you only type it once in the chat, okay? Not twice, not 3 times, not 4 times, because you are gonna get disqualified by our amazing bot. So the keyword that Lil Dgen chose is Lil Dgen. Duh. Type it in the chat and good luck, everybody. Good luck. New all-time high here on ES. And let's see if Nasdaq tries to follow. It shouldn't though, because marble race. So, Nick, do we make it a rule that whenever the race starts, so whenever Drew presses start, you enter the short, and
Yeah,
whenever
I like it.
whenever the winner is displayed, you close it no matter what.
Yeah, we'll do as soon as the first person crosses the finish line, then I'll close.
Right.
Pick a long one, Drew.
let's get one of those 4 or 5 minute ones again.
Let's do it.
We're gonna have to get on a winning streak, or I'm gonna have to size down from 1 mini. I set it as a 25-point stop, so worst case scenario, it's 500. But I can't go crazy.
All right, stopped out of that trade, guys.
Oh, dang it. We were too late with the marbles.
Yeah, it
You're
took me out
just
of that
late.
wick. Yeah, we reclaimed 400. That's that was the area I was watching. Boy, that's the longest trade I've been in a long ass time.
Yeah.
That was a long one, yeah.
Anything longer than like 5 minutes for me is just brutal.
I get like 2 minutes in, my ADD starts kicking. I'm like,
Yeah.
go.
Well, unless you're like 100 points in profit, then it can go longer.
Those
Yeah.
ones are fine.
Yeah.
Those ones I can just walk away because I just have my stop, but that's too uncommon for me.
All right. Little DJ, are we ready for the short?
Oh, we're ready. As soon as that
All
start
right.
button goes.
So, Drew, feel free to drop them. Here we go.
All right. We are in. Oh, pretty much stop above the highs.
What's
There
our
you
what's
go.
our entry? What's our entry?
402.50.
402.50 for the marble race indicator short. I hope
That's
this
not
is
a,
like
that's not a
really
bad
good-
entry, honestly.
It's not.
Oh man.
I'm gonna be so pissed if this works.
I wouldn't blame you.
Stop.
Come on.
Give us the cells.
I am
Come on.
dead right now. This is
I mean, if we just end positive on this, I'd be happy.
I mean, break even at this point. Like oh man.
What
Yeah,
kind of
was this
crazy
like a
race is that?
nightclub?
This is a nightclub, yeah.
I know. I can't even tell like where the finish line is gonna be.
In Vegas.
We're actually just to clarify here. First place is gonna get a 150k Lightning funded account, and the last place, so the last marble to actually cross the finish line, is getting a 150k Lightning funded account.
$20 right now.
Tin Yao in the lead right now.
Wow, this is a wild race.
Yeah, this is crazy.
Give us the 100% win rate.
I love it.
Awesome. 405 has some liquidity. So does 410. So if it can't clear those levels.
Equality 1 currently in the lead. Tin Yao in the lead. Martin M in the lead.
Oh,
Oh, Martin M actually took the W.
all right. We're out.
Profit.
What's the profit?
Let's go. 2 points, huh?
Oh man. Yeah. What are we up for? We're up $70 on the day.
Woo!
So
100% win rate on the marbles indicator. Let's go.
Martin M,
all the
type something in the
marbles.
chat really quick. You just won a 150k Lightning funded account. And once everybody's in, we're going to see who last place is. Bogey Trades made 200 from the marble race indicator.
Bad.
You had to have gone in with like 5 minis at least on that.
Well, we
Oh,
got to start small, Miriam. We got to start small. I know 5 minutes is small for you, but
Man, I'm not gonna lie. This actually might start playing out here in a minute
all right.
Maybe
So,
we need to start holding these.
on ES. Yeah.
so Martin M was the first winner of a 150k Lightning funded account, and the second winner, I can barely read it here, but I'll go and blow up my YouTube screen. Read Notes. Read Notes. Congratulations! You also won a 150k Lightning funded account.
Nice. Congrats, guys.
Got to hold this 400 level, but yeah, it's looking like it could roll. We might just mistime the short a little bit, but I think it's all kind of. Well, let's see. Above 410, we're hitting new highs. If we get below, I still say we get below 390. We got some room to the downside.
Mm-hmm. ES really trying to hold.
Also, guys, both of you who just won a 150k Lightning funded account, make sure that you add your email address to your YouTube channel description so we can reach out to you and send you your code.
Yeah, I'll be sending out. I got to catch up on everyone from last week, so don't worry about that.
Mm-hmm.
No, Forex, you're not banned. Sometimes you just don't see your name.
Yep. It's only 350 people who can participate. So if you're not fast enough, you just don't appear.
So, Lil Degen, you're going to be coming on a little more often to break down some of these leaderboards for us, huh?
Break down the leaderboards and degen some marble trades. Yep.
There we go. There we go.
And maybe at some point I could go over some of my serious trades, but yeah, I mean, like the one this morning, Miriam, I had the same thought process there. That was nice breakout,
Yeah.
but yeah, I'm excited to go over some of the live traders every day, and you know, we'll hopefully bring some of them on as guests soon.
Mhm.
But yeah, no, it's exciting. I'm excited.
Absolutely. Well, we appreciate you. We appreciate you stopping by and joining us again. Congratulations on the engagement. So there will soon be a Mrs. Degen.
Yeah.
But it sounds like she really doesn't have any idea what this alter ego of Nick entails.
Yeah, I don't know if she. Well, no, she definitely does because she
Okay.
sees my computer when I trade news. So
She experiences all of it with you. All right. She can hear the yelling in the background.
oh, yeah, she's got a
actually
couple
taking
funny
these trades
videos
as
of me
well.
screaming.
He's taking the same trades.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, she's more of a degen than he is. She,
She's
She's
like,
the one
what?
telling him to full port.
She's like, what? You only shorted
She
the
does
marble
encourage
ticket
it.
with one mini? Like, be a man. Come on.
That's her in the chat telling me to size up.
she wants that really nice honeymoon, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
All right,
man.
Nick. Well, we appreciate you joining us, man. Have a great rest of your day, and hopefully see you mañana.
Awesome. All right, sounds good. See you guys
All right.
later.
Bye,
Take it
Nick.
easy. That is, of course, the recently engaged Lil Degen background Nick. Always appreciate having him on. We're going to start seeing a little more of him talking about our leaderboards in live. Again, guys, the website is supposed to be back up and running, but obviously give us a little grace for a day or two. This was a complete. This wasn't just a tweak. This is a whole new website, guys. They first told us about this when we were down in Miami there, and so it was already months in the making at that point. So. Really, it's going to be a really nice experience once everything's kind of up and stabilized. But for those that showed patience on that today, thank you, truly. Big change, and there's more coming. So really excited to see. It's a great time to be a part of Tradeify Nation, guys.
Oh, very much so.
Yeah.
Very much so.
Man, Nasdaq looking real ugly right now. I mean,
Yeah.
look at these nice candles we got in the open, and now we're just ranging. I mean, this 10-point range is really just a headache right now to look at. But you can tell. I mean, we're fighting at these levels here. A lot of indecision going on. Usually, when you see something like this, typically you see a big move, but I mean, we also kind of saw this play out a couple sessions ago as well, to where we really didn't do much for the rest of the session. So this could be where, you know, if we don't see another move here, we're going into the lunch hour, so that could typically come with lower volume and not much of a move. So we could really be staying in here for the lunch hour as well. But these are your levels now. These are your levels. 370 to the downside, and then clearing the highs at 425.
I mean, if we clear that 370 to the downside, we could technically go down to VWAP, sitting at 340.
Yeah, they're really defending 400 though. Trying to.
Now, again, I agree with you guys. I think this is a multiple rejection of the +1 standard deviation. We've probably got some downside room. But again, very often you hang around this close to the high. The longer you hang around it, the more you're going to go make another run at it. So I feel like the bears really have to take this down below 85 and probably even below 80. I don't want to say fairly soon because they've been jerking it around here for the last 45 minutes. But I kind of feel like they need to shit or get off the pot, right? Like because otherwise I think you could just see the upward momentum just return, even if it's not a surge of buying to the upside. The market could just kind of find its natural state, which, you know, I feel like the bears have to actively push things down, whereas the bulls can just kind of let it do what it does.
Yeah, I agree.
True. 400 is so important.
Yeah, these are, if I didn't know any better, I would have thought I was on the 1 minute chart, but we're on the 5 minute here. Because these last couple candles have just barely popped above 5 points, 5 handles. So
fair point.
Don't try to force a trade here, guys. This is where, you know, you can start just staring at the charts, looking for something to take in. And it's hard to tell, right? I mean, it's hard to tell when we're starting to get, even right here on this candle at 1045, you know, we started to get somewhat of a move, but we haven't even done anything. We haven't done much since that initial pullback. So for me, it's like, this is just indication that we might stay here for a minute. But I would be looking for a move back up to the 425s. If not, breaking down below 70s. It's going to be an interesting week. It's going to be an interesting week. Still have a lot of day left too, but you guys can tell the volume's kind of starting to slow down here as well.
Reminds me of the London session.
Yeah.
With more volume, but still same movement.
Yeah. Yeah, I think lack of volume here is really going to be keeping this range where it's at. ES, you know, it's funny because like ES is not as atrocious looking to me as NASDAQ looks. You would think they were swapped at this point because ES is making bigger moves than the NASDAQ at this point. But, you know, it's continuing to really test these highs, and NASDAQ has really just hasn't done anything. So, which is why, again, like I was saying, you know, earlier, I would be looking to long ES and potentially short NQ. But that's always something that gets tricky, right? Which one's going to win? So you want to be careful in these sort of trades.
What's interesting is that gold is still up very much. And usually when gold is up, NASDAQ is down and vice versa. But now both are up. Kevin in the chat says, need a Trump tweet.
Yeah, we really do. We really do.
Wake him up. Someone go
Wake Trump up. No, not getting any movement right now.
Doobie doobie doo.
Oh, there we go.
If we serenade the market, it'll do something.
Maybe we can try. We can try. Now that we have 784 votes in the poll, we have 55% green. Tradeify chat is eating. Love it. Congrats, guys.
It's awesome.
Congrats. A trader, Gugu, is saying Matt is falling asleep. Matt, are you falling asleep?
I am not falling asleep. I am.
All right, trader Gugu. Fake news. Fake news.
Yep, that's 10 push-ups.
But this is a good old patience test.
Yeah, what a tight range we've been in. Basically 20 to 30 point range for going on an hour now.
And we really got that move like in the first 15 minutes, 20 minutes of the market. And now it's just
wants to sleep. Who doesn't want to sleep more?
I do.
Sleep more doesn't mean it doesn't mean I'm sleepy.
After my night.
You only slept 2 hours.
Yeah.
But it was your own fault, right?
I mean, yeah, everything is my own fault at this point.
Well, one more marble.
So we've got an exciting week on deck here at Tradeify TV, guys. We got Joey Morgan joining us again tomorrow. Bald Midwestern White Guys Unite. And then we have Amos coming again on Wednesday. And then Tyler Trades on Thursday. And we are trying to get T-Trades in as well, possibly on Friday. So stay tuned for that. He's obviously overseas. And he is testing out where he's going to be staying to try to give us a much better Wi-Fi connection. So we don't have to try to stream from a gas station in the middle of France. But we appreciate him making the effort. He we'll blame the French telecoms.
those little ratatouilles weren't, pedaling hard enough.
Stupid American think he could stream from our gas station. Go away.
Well, that was not a French accent.
I don't know. I'm just...
It's more like, you always have to talk like this. It's a little bit weird, They the
I just don't know that many French people. If I did, I could pull off the accent. But
well, now you get to know a French person. Okay, you just order a croissant and you're gonna be very fine. Okay.
Wow, you're actually pretty good at that.
I'm neighbors with France. So
now here's the big one, Nick. Can you do an American accent?
No, I can't. I actually can't. But I can do the British accent. Yeah. I'm European, not American.
I'm European.
Gotta get my tea now.
Actually, tea.
I want you, when we have Tank on tomorrow, I want you to do his whole segment like that.
All right. No problem. Equality 1. Yeah, I do speak a tiny bit of French, like whatever we learned in school. But I wouldn't call it speaking French. I know.
How many different languages did you have to learn in school?
So I had French, German, English, and Latin, actually.
Latin?
Yeah.
Interesting.
But that was per choice. That was a dumb choice.
Who speaks Latin anymore?
Nobody. But it apparently helps you learn other languages, which is very true.
Yeah,
it's very true.
It does.
But I regretted it pretty much after the first lesson.
Bodhi says Tank could give the most horrible advice in the world, but I believe it because of the accent.
No, yeah. Thank goodness he actually knows what he's doing. Otherwise, he could dupe us all. Look at these last 3 dojis. Jesus.
Actually wild.
5 minutes.
This is the 5-minute chart. This is the 5-minute chart.
Boy, I feel like the 1 minute's even crazier. I don't pull up the 1 minute. I feel like I gotta pull it up. Holy
It's just
cow.
dots.
Wow.
It's just little dots. Man.
Holy cow.
Oh man, somebody's asking Miriam, how many languages do you speak?
I only speak 2, and it's like slang. So English and Arabic, but my Arabic is
But
not the best.
Arabic is sick. Like if you actually can speak it, that's impressive.
Yeah, I mean it's one of the harder languages, but yeah, it's
especially because it's other how do you say? Other letters, other fonts, other
yeah, that one. You got it. Yeah, it's funny because my mom taught Arabic at the college level, and it's the irony is that I never learned the proper way of speaking it, even though she taught it at the college level. So I don't know, like standard Arabic to me is just such a funky way of speaking. It's like so proper, and like no one other than the news channels speak that way. So it's just hilarious, like having to speak in that sense. I'm like, I can't do this. Walaikum assalam. Yeah, it's fun. It's fun. I can definitely get by. Like if you drop me off in an Arabic speaking country, I can get by. Especially with Egyptian.
All right, we're gonna drop you off next week.
Yeah.
Let's be careful which one.
Oh, fair point. All right, thank you did try to push down a little bit, but immediately just eaten back up.
Yeah, what a crock of shit this is.
The This is very, very atrocious on NQ here. Like I said, I would have thought I was on a smaller time frame here, but
You're not, unfortunately.
yeah.
I put up the 1 minute. It gave me a headache.
Yeah, the 1 minute is a literal barcode to scan now. So, chat, we should do something fun together. Anybody got some ideas? While price is not moving at all. So little Nikki just typing degen.
Ooh, we are getting some movement here to the downside. Let's see.
Selling pressure. London meetup? Maybe. Who knows?
That'd be fun.
If it happens, I'll be there for sure, because it's like an hour from me. An hour from Switzerland. Well, Sam, if we give you a very deep discounted code, you cannot use it because market isn't moving. Otherwise, we would have given you one. Full port to house account. Well, little degen always does that, so nothing special. Wait, there's a London meetup email? I didn't get that. So probably I'm not going to be there then. I guess I'm not invited. We are getting some selling pressure now on NQ. If we can clear the 78 level to the downside, that could get interesting.
I think it could.
A knowledge seeker, when did you get an email for that London meetup?
Ooh, we are approaching this trend line here on ES. Kind of like this. If we can drop below, I would look to take this if we can clear this 70 on NASDAQ. Testing the trend line here. $65 also has some buyers sitting there. Call it like 67. I think they try to hold this though. I don't necessarily see them breaking it, but it does look better.
I want to see a break. That would be nice.
Yeah, if we can get the 68 break on ES, I think we start potentially moving towards view up.
Yeah, VWAP sitting at 42, 43 right now on NQ. But we would need to get a strong push below 80. Otherwise, the range just continues.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, it's been not much ado about nothing for going on, well, not quite an hour and a half, but pretty close. I wouldn't even say it was barcoding for a while, because barcodes at least have some kind of movement. They just, mean revert a lot. This was just nothing. And we lost Nick. We lost Nick and Miriam's muted. Great. All right, guys. So what do I want to talk about right now? All right. So first of all, let me say a few words about the Backstreet. No, I'm just kidding. But yes, it's we're going to have to wait for Miriam to come back and Nick to, I don't know, kick the satellite or something. But all right, we're getting it. We are getting some downward pressure here, guys. There's a few orders stacked up at, well, here, why don't I pull my bookmap down and we'll get that up on the screen, give you guys something to look at here. So we do have a few orders down here at 67 and then at 50. But again, today, guys, I just don't know how much they have in them to take it down. We could easily get back down to 50, or we could be right back at 400. Nick, you're back. Welcome back.
Hey, let's go.
Hey.
I have no idea why that keeps happening, man. We can hear you.
We can hear you. I don't know if they can hear you, but
I think so. There's that retest off the 50-minute opening range.
Mm-hmm.
Now the question is, are we gonna fall and eat the entire move? You did.
I don't know about the entire move, but it's certainly looking like it wants a little to the downside, a little profit taken.
Imagine we would just eat up the entire move.
Imagine all the people.
Imagine all the people that are getting stopped out.
Do you sneak an edible in?
Yeah, I would. Oh man.
This is the only show I think we've asked our guests, have they ever traded under the influence of some sort of illicit substance?
Oh man. If I did, it was by accident. That's for sure. Wow, nice hold of the opening range here so far.
Yeah, like literally to the tick.
That's nice.
To the tick. Yeah, this doesn't seem to get any follow through for now.
Yeah. Still holding 68 as well on ES. Yeah, I think they try to hold this, grab some orders there.
Mm-hmm.
At this point, if they don't make another leg up here, we're just gonna chop around.
Just say bold of you to assume we're going anywhere right now.
Right, but it's like, I mean, we have 2 minutes left on this 5-minute candle. I say if we can close this above 93, call it like 95 area, which, you know, they'd have to get some volume in right here to really push it up. But if we just reject this 92 level, then it's just gonna, we're just gonna chop around. But I think getting back above 95, you have to assume that bulls are really trying to push this back up to the highs, because this was really the line in the sand here, guys. This was really the line in the sand, the 70 area that I told you guys about. If we break below this, I think, you know, we could have some room to the downside, and we held it perfectly. So interesting.
You know what, Miriam?
What's up?
We gotta own our mistakes. We made a mistake. Drew, if you go to my chart really quick, look at this. Like because I got kicked out, Drew actually has to reconnect my charts. However, the 50-minute opening range actually closed way lower. It closed at 48.75. We both marked it wrong.
Wait, say that again? Which?
The 50-minute opening range high was 48.75.
Where did I get this from?
On NQ. Look at my chart right now.
No, I see it.
You see? First candle, second candle, third candle. Candle close. So, shout out to Scratch Your Itch Trading. He called it out. You gotta own our mistake.
Good point.
Scratch guys. They make an ointment for that.
Yeah. Sorry, guys.
Come on, Leah. I'm not going to miss that one. That's an all-time. That's one of the all-time greatest comedies ever filmed.
Which one is that?
The Birdcage.
Oh, I haven't seen it.
What?
I have not seen it.
Oh.
Okay, but also don't be surprised, because there's a lot of movies that I haven't seen.
Oh my god! Watch that tonight. Just trust me on that.
The Birdcage.
The Birdcage. It's Nathan Lane and Robin Williams.
Never seen it.
Oh, this is an oldie. I like it. We started the whole Mission Impossible series from the beginning.
Yeah, Weekend at Bernie's is another good one. That's great. No, Birdcage, I've probably seen that movie 50 times, and I laugh like an idiot every time I watch it, too.
How does an idiot laugh?
You're hearing it right now.
Wow, drag me into this.
Miriam catching strays in this one.
Set myself, walked right into that one.
Yeah. You know that scene in Jackass where somebody walks in the room and they hit him with that gigantic hand? That was you just then. That was.
Oh man.
Looks like it wants to push further down.
Yeah, it's still, like I said, we rejected this area right here, this 990, 92 level, which right now, not looking too great. But I still don't trust it if it's above 70, call it 68 area. I want to see us like below this 3-minute wick here.
So Matt, you got top ticked on that stop loss, huh?
Yeah, sure shit did.
Ugly.
I'm in the club now.
Yep. Top tick Matt.
Actually, no, that hasn't happened to me yet, because like when I've been wrong, I've just been wrong. When I've been right, I've just been right. Most of my winning trades, at least on stream, I didn't spend a lot of time red. Most of my losing trades, I didn't spend time green. This was just one that just dicked me around for better part of a half hour.
I was gonna say something of that, but not appropriate.
Wise move. Wise move.
I was like, wait, you're on live.
And mom is watching too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. She's over my shit. She was over my shit a long time ago. All right, getting a little bit, trying to get a little selling here on ES at the 68. Just a little.
We could potentially see a move down to VWAP on NASDAQ. Potentially.
All right, getting some selling coming in here on ES. Let's see if 66 holds. NASDAQ still needs to clear the 70s.
NASDAQ. You gotta say marbles for this to drop. Marbles, 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 marbles.
You weren't doing it loud or fast enough. Do that for the last 20 minutes of the show. We'll see what happens. So, guys, we also have Coach Tank coming on tomorrow and Thursday, per usual.
Yeah. I'm always excited when Coach Tank comes on, because you never know like what sort of lesson he's gonna come at everyone with, and that's the thing. Like it's gonna resonate with some type of trader, right?
Yeah.
If not every type of trader at some extent, whether you are a beginner trader, brand new, or someone who has been in the game for decades. I mean, he's worked with so many different types of people, with so many different types of backgrounds. So, he's seen it all. He's seen it all. So. Yeah,
and somebody who's taught and studied a lot of trading psychology, there's like things like Mark Douglas's books and stuff, like they're great. They're very generalized though. You can learn a lot from.
Hey, there's the flush. Sorry.
Yeah, there it is. You can learn a lot from somebody like a Tank, right? Who's answering questions a little more specifically, and especially somebody who's both been a trader, worked with traders, worked with in performance coaching outside of trading as well. So the guy has one of the more unique perspectives that I've seen in a while. And yeah, I mean, this is one of those situations where he talks for an hour. There may be 10, 15, 20 minutes of it that don't necessarily apply to you, but that other half hour plus probably will. So I always encourage people to listen to Tank, go back and review Tank, because you're always going to get something that maybe if it doesn't apply to you now, it will in the future.
Yeah. That's the beauty behind it. Yeah, we did get a nice little attempt here to clear those orders, but still holding on here, I mean, bulls are really not letting up. Every pullback we're getting here, it's just getting bought up, and the volume is starting to pick up a little bit. I mean, we got some pops in volume in these last couple candles here, but yeah, definitely not an area I want to really initiate anything in right here. Still above these levels, 66 on the NQs, and then 65 on ES. Really, what I would like to see is 62 break, but if anything, that would be way too close to VWAP. I would more so rather take a VWAP bounce if we do get down there, because of the fact that we've just been so strong.
But a move to VWAP would be nice.
Yeah, I agree.
So not a ton of economic news as we look at it, guys. Chairman Powell is talking tomorrow. Be very interesting if he's taking questions tomorrow. I don't know where he's talking, but just says that'll be right about the time we come on. Existing home sales come in on Wednesday, and that's really about it. Durable goods on Friday. But yeah, we do get some big earnings coming out this week, so we'll keep an eye on that. I don't know that it's going to be as jam-packed with economic news as last week was, but it's very likely we still see. Obviously, today we've already seen some pretty good movement, albeit followed by some lack thereof. But I would say a pretty good start to the week overall.
Yeah, very good start to the week. Curious to see how the rest of it's going to play out. Like I said, these ranges can be a little bit tricky. Still a lot of day left, of course. We're now in the lunch hour, and ES and NASDAQ are really trying to hold on to these pivots right now. So I just did a little bit of a fib retracement and saw that the 618, the golden pocket, as our CEO would like to trade, is sitting around where VWAP would be on ES. Now, if we look at, for example, here on the NASDAQ, that level would also be right in line with where VWAP would be sitting. So, there is a high probability that if we do come down to this area where VWAP is sitting, call it like the 350s on NASDAQ, then we could potentially see a reaction or a bounce at those levels. But again, we're not even in that area yet. So starting to try to hold here on both futures. But yeah, if we do come down to those levels, I would expect a bounce.
Yeah, let's see what the chat thinks. We do have a poll up. Where do we think the day will end? New all-time highs, retrace, or our code? A barcode, yeah.
A barcode, yeah.
Pretty much when you do the British accent, you just have to say, yeah, after pretty much everything you say.
Yeah. Let's get the 15-minute here.
It's a weird looking chart, not gonna lie.
It is. It's very, very strange.
Yeah.
It's called the NQ shower. Looks like a shower. Which means it should drop now.
Just don't combine that with the golden pocket.
Yeah. Gross. All right. You definitely crossed the line on that.
It's been a day.
There's too many innocent souls in the chat to really understand.
Oh, not our chat. No, no, there's not.
That is for Tradeify After Dark, guys.
All right, guys, we got a few minutes left in the show. If anybody has any questions, there's really not a lot on tap for us here. But again, we will have Tank on this week. We will have Joey Morgan, Tyler Trades, Amos this week. We're setting up hopefully a confirmed time for T Trades to attempt to join us again. So yeah, that's what we got going on. So we'll take questions for the last 15 minutes or so that we're here.
Let's do it.
PMP, that Chappelle Show skit on that, still one of the funniest things I've ever seen.
I want to refresh the like count really quick.
New 15-minute candle just opened as well.
Fed Chair Jerome Powell hit with criminal referral by House GOP Trump ally.
Okay.
All right.
So there's the innocent soul in the chat. I have a question. I combined Golden Pocket and NQ Shower and got, what is a NASDAQ pocket? Nice one, Z.
Hey, little degen left his camera on behind the scenes. Let's all stare at him.
Okay.
I bet he forgot about that.
So that was literally the only question. What is the NASDAQ bucket? So no more questions, guys?
Yeah, these guys got it all figured out. Remember, our chat's green every day.
True. We should really start the red, green, or liar. Or we should do a red, green, flat, and then right after that, a poll of did you lie or were you honest? Nasdaq is trying to push down, but as Miriam's called out already multiple times, like every dip gets bought. Every single
15-minute did open below the 9 here, which, you know, for me, seems like they do want a little bit of a retracement here, but I wouldn't necessarily look to short this. Like, I'm not like excited about shorting this. Not to say that we couldn't completely just come down to VWAP. I would actually love if we got back down to VWAP and had a little bounce here. So that's something that I would be open to taking, but that would all just depend on what we're doing in this area as well. Like, I don't want to see a massive flush into the zone and then, you know, try to catch a falling knife. No, but would be curious to see how we react.
Yeah, thank you, Nick, for that poll. I love it. RJ, how's the new site? I still can't log in. I don't know, man. I'm not the right person to reach out to regarding that, but the support will definitely be there for you. And also right now, I think support is actually locked on that because there's too many requests, but the site will be running smoothly very shortly. So stay patient with us. That's why we did a couple more giveaways today for Lightning funded accounts. Miriam, do you speak Arabic? I'll answer that. Yes, she does.
Arabic? I don't know what Arabic is, but I do speak
Arabic. Sorry.
Yeah, I do. I shoya, but you know, we try. Not a lot.
Come on. I'm a Swiss guy who tries to speak English, so chill. Chris Lee, how do you use the 15-minute opening range? So for me, I wait for the 15-minute opening range to form. Today, I messed it up. Sorry, guys, again. But I wait for it to form. And then if we get kind of like a bull flag break right below the high, I take that. Or if we break out and then form a bull flag, I take a long as well, which I did on here with that long where it got stopped out break even. But I just wait for it to see like where's the price actually going. Because if you take trades right away when the market opens, it can be very chaotic and you can get a lot of fake outs. So I just use it to establish some sort of an understanding of where price is moving for the day. What were you saying, Matt?
I was just going to answer the other question talking about Mark Douglas. I would say once you've read Mark Douglas's books, trade for a couple months and read them again. And I'm serious on that one. Even if you've been trading, I think there's a point, a very dynamic point in your career where if Mark Douglas is going to be helpful to you, it appears. Like, I read all his stuff, watched some of his stuff before I ever traded, and made every mistake that he talked about. But it was then going back and on that rereading and rewatching some of his old seminars and all that it was the light went on a few things. Because it's not just a matter of reading about the various issues, and it's about understanding which ones affect you and then modifying and or just following, verbatim some of the stuff that he recommends to deal with that. But
yeah, it's definitely one that I want to brush up on again. I mean, it's been such a long time since I read that book, but always relevant. That's what I love about that book. Like, it doesn't matter you've been in the game for however many years or months or days, like, that's still going to be a relevant book for you.
Mm-hmm. I try to read it. I'm a little overdue, but I try to read it every year.
Nice. Yeah. Do you ever feel like you pick up something different?
Every time.
What do you feel like has been the lesson for you this time?
I would say the thing that, well, it's helped me a lot in my trading, but it's also helped me in terms of the teaching and the educating. And the thing that I really keep coming back to with more and more people entering the space is through the prop firms like Tradeify, right? Is understanding the difference between trading and other careers, right? And understanding the potential for, in theory, unlimited gain or loss on a given day, right? And our brains not functioning that way because we're so used to a very linear relationship between time and money, right? And how many times do we hear that growing? Time is money, time is money. And in most cases it is. If you have an hourly job, you work a certain amount of hours. If you make $10 an hour, you work 10 hours before taxes, you've got $100 in your pocket. If you make $60,000 a year in a job, if you don't get fired, or before taxes, you're gonna make 60 grand by the end of the year. Trading's not like that. We can make or lose $10,000 in seconds if we're oversized, right? And the framework that you need to put around yourself and put around your decision making to handle that. The other thing, and this isn't something Mark Douglas directly talks about, but he kind of nibbles around the edges. And when he was writing, this wasn't as big a thing anyway, but having a business plan. If you're going into the prop firms, you can't just, listen, guys, Tradeify is great. We love you spending your money with Tradeify, but at the same time, don't go out and just reload eval after eval after eval that you fail on a day-to-day or week-to-week basis. At some point, you've got to step back, reassess, and say, okay, I'm allowing myself to set. I told people, once you have a decent hardware setup, which we talked about on Friday's show, you shouldn't be spending more than a few $100s a month on evals. And if you're consistently blowing through those, you need to reassess. You need to step back. You need to and doing a business plan and a SWOT analysis. And anyone who's gone through, some of that in business school rolls their eyes. But I can tell you guys that, we were lied to a lot growing up about the knowledge that we would need for the world. Like, you're never going to have a calculator in your pocket or all that stuff. But when it comes to some of that, some of the basic tools of starting and maintaining a business, which is what you're doing as a trader, those are evergreen. Those are things that you need to know. Can people have some success without it? Sure, but you're going to have much more efficient success when you're following a specific plan. We talk about plan your trade, trade your plan. It's the exact same in business, and you're trading as a business. You are embarking on a second or eventually first career. Don't downplay that, and treat it with the respect and the seriousness with which it deserves to be treated.
Yeah, that's huge. Absolutely. In anything really, trading should be considered a business. And really, if you look at other businesses too, a lot of them fail within the first couple years. Most businesses don't even last past 5 or 7 years. You're considered like a profitable business at that point, if you can last past that. But treat trading in that same scenario, in that same aspect. And most of the times, if you do treat it as a business, you are technically more profitable. You can be more profitable than normal businesses if you look at it from that aspect. So it's a lot easier. I wouldn't say easy. Easy is really not the word I should use, but it's the barrier to entry is much bigger, or I'm sorry, there's no barrier to entry really now that there was previously in the past for entering the trading space, right? Like you're talking before, when you used to have to call up a broker, right, and say, hey, this is what I want to sell at, this is what I want to buy at. Now it's like literally at the luxury of your fingertips. Not only that, but with the rise of proprietary firms, now you're getting more access to that, and you don't even have to use your own money. That's the beauty behind it too. But we are getting this pullback here. I do want to mention. So let's see if we can at least tap into VWAP. I know we're kind of nearing towards the end of our segment here, but it wouldn't be a Tradeify segment here if we couldn't get at least one last flush. So
hey, marbles. Gonna drop.
Oh man.
It is the move that we said is probably going to happen, but it's just happening so much slower than we anticipated.
Yeah, very slow.
All right, guys. Well, we have come to the end of another edition of Tradeify TV, and boy, it was we got some good conversation today. We got a few good trades early on in the stream, and then we got our patented kind of, I wouldn't call it barcoding, but sort of whipsaw-y action, and just a nice little move here. If you took this, you can probably play for a potential move. I'm sorry, I don't have my chart up here. Come on, close. There we go. I don't know if we get all the well. We're real close to VWAP. I think that's the next place to look for a potential turnaround. If we break through VWAP, guys, and start to that would be insane if we retrace a large chunk of the opening move. But we do have we are packed full of guests for the rest of the week, guys. So this is obviously we had a little DGen with us today, but this is pretty much the only day we don't have a scheduled guest. So a lot of guests and a lot of great talk, a lot of great trading coming on for the rest of the week. So make sure you stay tuned, make sure you're with us. And again, thank you for helping us make Tradeify TV what it is. We're going to get 17K subs pretty quickly, and then it's on to 20K, guys. And then we're not looking back. We're coming for the #1 spot. It's going to take us a little time, but with you guys, I have no doubt that we will get there. So thank you very much for joining us for another edition of Tradeify TV. Now to continue, I can talk, I promise. To continue saying goodbyes is Mr. YT himself. Nick?
Yes, sir. I mean, not much to add to that except thank you guys for being here. We had we cracked 1,000 likes today on the stream, which is sick. Let's do that again tomorrow. I'm pretty sure we're gonna do some giveaways tomorrow again. We just need to convince little DGen here to talk to Brett and make it happen. But I think it's gonna happen. So looking forward to that. And again, as usual, don't do stupid stuff. Trade according to your rules.
That's good life advice too, to be honest. Don't do stupid shit.
Fair enough. Fair enough. But it works in trading as well.
Write that down.
Thank you for being part of the Tradeify TV team. Looking forward to tomorrow and the rest of the week with the amazing guests. But as usual, let's end this one with our one and only Matcha Mommy.
Thanks, Nick. Thanks, Matt. Yes, guys, we are so happy that you joined us today. Thank you so much for continuing to support us. If you haven't already, I know I got to say it, please like and subscribe to this channel. Make sure you share it with a friend so we can continue to provide more value to you guys every single morning. And as usual, please remember to practice gratitude. Make sure that you are being mindful because there is more to trading than just making money. Okay, you gotta take your hot girl walks and drink your matchas and go hug a stranger, maybe. Okay,
or go to your Backstreet Boys concert.
Yeah, exactly. So we love you guys. We hope you all have an amazing rest of your day. We will see you bright and early again tomorrow, 8:30 Eastern. We'll see you then.
Yeah.